Salute. Let's go. Gotti, you already in the house, Gotti? Gotti, you already in the house, Gotti? I think Gotti beat me here, y'all. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute, salute. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Salute, salute, man. We got to salute the eternal spiritual father, the most high, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trolls, only God and your mama can love you. And there's a reason why I always say that, because you trolls always seem to show your face in the place. You know what I mean? Why do y'all go places you know what I'm saying? You know you don't agree with the content, but I'm cool with y'all coming here because I got Gotti. And Gotti get bodies, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good over here, man. You know what I'm saying? One time, you know what I'm saying? Two salutes to the GOD, man. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. So I noticed doing lots of lives, you know what I'm saying? There's like different types of people we vibe with that come in and out, and we respect everybody. But I notice whenever the indigenous conversation comes up, or whenever there's a conversation, a monologue being, taking place, and you hear black and Indian, there's always some discretion. There's always some backlash from certain communities. All right. So today we are here to do what we do, man. We are here, you know what I'm saying, to teach real history. We are here to debunk whitewash history. And we are here to learn who we really are. Because I promise you, we're not African Americans. I promise you. Y'all know I'm big on what I go on. Y'all know I'm big. Y'all know I speak up about Christianity. I speak up about foundational black Americans, the indigenous. Y'all know I'm not scared. Y'all know I go to, oh, mosquito. I think I missed them. You need to go out the door where you can freeze. Hey, it's cold even in Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? Before we start, man, rep y'all temperature, man. You know what I'm saying? Rep your temperature. You know what I'm saying? What's your temp? What's your temp this morning waking up? What's your temperature? What's your temperature? All right, just stopping by to show love, big bro, finna push a message on my platform. Hey, got your King TV, do your thing. Do your thing. Also trying to hustle up, man. Hey, I feel you, bro. That's always a bad thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think I can go without the yum yum before I can go without the celery. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. But we gonna rep over here too. Is this your handle on your platform right here? King Lou TV 31? It's gotta be. That's gotta be a promo. So I'm gonna look you up on the tube, my man. I'm gonna look you up on the tube. I got a pen right here. Let me write that down. I still got emails here in front of me. I'm gonna have my cousin reaching out to y'all via email so that we can get this thing together. You know what I'm saying? All right, you say that's it? King Lou TV 31. I'm gonna put YouTube aside here. All right, brother. You'll be seeing me. And I'll be sure to leave a comment so you know what I'm saying, I was there. 13 degrees. Damn, dog. Damn. I ain't gonna complain no more about Florida. But it's still cold here though. But damn, 13 degrees, bro. 13 degrees, bro. I couldn't move around in 13 degrees, man. You know what I'm saying? Bless up. Respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect, respect. Bless up, man. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Salute, man, as you come in, man. Rep your temperature. You know what I'm saying? Rep your temperature. Everybody in here. It's below 200 over here. Hey, it must be really freezing where you at, man. What's your real temp, man? Drop your real temp. You know what I'm saying? Drop your real temperature. Because today, the very people we're going to be debunking, their IQ level, it is about as low as some of y'all temperatures where you stay at. Oh, we going to get it in today. You know what I'm saying? We on our foundational black-ish today. You know what I'm saying? We own it today. I got to wait until God get in here, though, man. I got to wait until God get in here. You know what I mean? Look, as soon as I said that, everybody got up out of here quick. That y'all made a good decision. Good decision. Good decision. As soon as I said the truth about indigenous blacks, boy, they like, pew, they got up out of here quick. Good decision. I ain't mad at you. Huh? I ain't mad at you like a Tupac song. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But if you want to stick around and learn what public school lied about and what they didn't teach you, hey, I'm here to give it to you. What's up, my man? What's up? Captain Kabooms. My man said, what's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? What's for breakfast? Oh, we eating knowledge right now. You know what I'm saying? We eating knowledge right now. This morning, we going to learn the truth. You know what I'm saying? We going to debunk some history books. We going to debunk some American history. You know what I'm saying? We going there this morning. So if you can't think outside the box, if you ain't ready for this discussion, man, listen, man. Y'all find yourselves another platform with all due respect, because we going in. I'm telling you, we going in. I'm waiting on some moderators, specifically a Gotti. I'm waiting on Gotti. I'm waiting on Gotti, because Gotti gonna have to get some bodies. Come on, Gotti, join our party so you can get them bodies. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, we going there today. So, for a long time now in history, we know who controlled the history books. We know who published the books. A lot of the books aren't even written or made over here in America, in the United States. All right? We're just going to say IHOP has a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? The J community has a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? We're going to leave that there for short. I think y'all can decrypt that. So the truth was never told. And there's a reason that America panders to IHOP. I think y'all can put two together now. There's a country that started with an I. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say it because it always wreaks havoc when it's mentioned. And for some reason, it's like an unspoken thing over here in the Americas. So I ain't gonna say it. But they control a lot of stuff, y'all. IHOP. Think about it. I ain't gonna say it. Well, anyways, these people also subscribe to white supremacy. They also rewrite your history books. They ship them over here, and America funds it. You know, so in our learning systems, we often never get the truth. What we get, especially if you're a minority, is bits and pieces. It picks up around slavery. Now they're even omitting slavery, and they're saying basically migrant workers and indentured servants. So you figure about 20 years from now, some of our children will never know about the Civil War. They'll never know about chattel slavery. They'll never know about the Middle Passage. They'll never know the link between indigenous black Americans and indigenous black Indians. You know, they'll never know. But enough said, man. Let's get into this real quick. Enough said, because I want to spark a discussion. Enough said. Let's go. Let's get into this.
If you think Native Americans were the first here, but you're still curious about hidden histories, then buckle up for a revelation. Let's dive into the untold history of Black American Indians. Before the Siberian migrants crossed the Bering Strait, black people were already thriving here. Yes, you heard that right. Early civilizations, older than many African ones, left traces from South America to the southwest US. The Olmec heads in Mexico, definite African features. Fast forward to the Dawes Act of 1887. Non-natives paid $5 to be recorded as Native American, erasing the true indigenous black people from history. Their identity was changed from Indian to Negro to colored and finally African American. Why erase them? Colonizers needed the land, and rewriting history made it easier. But the truth, Black American Indians were the original stewards. It's time we revisit history with fresh eyes. Like, share, and subscribe for more hidden truths. If you think Native Americans...
I'm going to let that play one more time. Chilling and scrolling, I feel you. I'm going to let that play one more time because they went through all the reclassifications of us black folks. And we seem to be the only ones that get reclassified. Ric Flair, what's good? What's good, Ric Flair? Today we in here on the indigenous stuff, man. We debunking, you know what I'm saying, some racist history here in America. You know what I mean? So I need people that can think outside the box. I need people who's open to learning, you know what I'm saying, knowledge. Real talk. It's not to be racist. Educational purposes. You understand what I'm saying? Educational purposes. Peace to the tribe. Peace to the tribe. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Grand Rising, Ike Martin, Grand Rising. Oh, we gonna get it popping, y'all. This is a heavy topic, but we gonna get it popping. Again, not meant to be racist, because the very history I'm about to debunk is the racism. You know what I mean? This is me just being a truth seeker and a truth teller, y'all. And I've been studying this for a minute, so I'm well knowledgeable on this. I don't know it all, but I know enough to talk about it. You know what I mean? I know enough to talk about it with some confidence here. So let's let that run one more time. Let's let that run one more time, because this is something that your history books aren't going to tell you. You know what I mean? This is something that you have to dig.
If you think Native Americans were the first here, but you're still curious about hidden histories, then buckle up for a revelation. Let's dive into the untold history of Black American Indians. Before the Siberian migrants crossed the Bering Strait, black people were already thriving here. Yes, you heard that right. Early civilizations, older than many African ones, left traces from South America to the southwest US.
Early civilizations, much older than African ones. And I keep telling y'all to keep linking us back to Africa when we have nothing to do with Africa. You can go back 400 years if you're black in your lineage, in your culture, and your foundation is still here. Still here. Now, did tribes and Africans and stuff mix together? Yeah, man. If a Chihuahua and a Rottweiler could have a baby, anything is possible. So yeah. You know, but we're talking about indigenous. We're talking about already here and belonging to the land before colonization touched down. Now, the easiest definition of indigenous, rather than just saying belonging to the land or the originals or aboriginals or stuff like that, is simple common sense. Who was here, recorded, reported, whatever, who was here when colonization touched down? Who was here when Columbus touched down? Anything that was here before Columbus, colonialism, it's indigenous to the land. It's indigenous to the land. You know what I mean? It's indigenous to the land. This land is our land. You know what I'm saying? This land ain't their land. You know what I'm saying? But they done taught us a lot. Let's go, man. We gonna ramp this thing up this morning. I'm hyped about this, y'all. I'm hyped about this. Let's go. Let's go.
Nations, older than many African ones, left traces from South America to the southwest US. The Olmec heads in Mexico, definite African features. Fast forward to the Dawes Act of 1887.
I told you so.
Hold on.
I am not.
I don't know where she come from. We're going to get into some more of this, because they named all the reclassifications. Actually, I want to do that one more time.
If you think Native Americans were the first here,
listen to the
reclassifications. Curious about
reclassifications.
hidden histories, then buckle up for a revelation. Let's dive into the untold history of Black American Indians. Before the Siberian migrants crossed the Bering Strait, black people were already thriving here. Yes, you heard that right.
Oh, yes, sir.
Early civilizations, older than many African ones, left traces from South America to the southwest US. The Olmec heads in Mexico, definite African features. Fast forward to the Dawes Act of 1887. Non-natives paid $5 to be recorded as Native American, erasing the true indigenous black people from history. Their identity was changed from Indian to Negro to colored and finally African American. Why erase them? Colonizers needed the land, and rewriting history made it easier. But the truth, Black American Indians were the original stewards. It's time we revisit history with fresh eyes. Like, share, and subscribe for more hidden truths. If you think Native Americans...
And to answer some questions, nah, Captain Kaboom's a crazy cousin who can't keep things together in her relationship. A crazy cousin. All right. Eddie, whatever your name is, you know what I mean? Brother, you're already walking on thin ice. I hope you can swim. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about doggy paddling when you hit the water. You know what I mean? Because it's so cold everywhere you go. As soon as you hit the water, that ass gonna get frostbite. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Royal Splendor? I got to deal with a troll right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. Martin, can we get Eddie up out of here, please? Thank you. I think you probably just got him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We ain't even gonna do that this morning because we don't need no disruptions with this message this morning. Because it ain't meant to be racist. We debunking racism around here, y'all. This is what I do. This is what I do. You know what I mean? No, actually, Mansa Musa sent over 2,000 ships that made it to the shorelands 200 years before Christopher Columbus. It doesn't matter. You can come with your whitewash history. It doesn't change who's indigenous and who isn't. You basically just verified that still Europeans got here by boat. So you don't belong to the land. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to listen. No shade. I love everybody. I'm not attacking anyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not attacking anyone. But you pretty much, thank you for commenting. You know what I'm saying? Vito Bracy, thank you. And that could very well be true. But what's also true is we were already here. No matter when, what European touched down, before Columbus, after Columbus, you know what I'm saying? We were already here. It would have been pre-recorded regardless. All right. Good morning to all. What's up, Maureen? What's up, Maureen? They have switched history around so bad, says Ric Flair. Yes, they have. Maureen, I got to stay up. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay up. In order to make money, you know what I'm saying? You got to be up making money while people sleeping. I don't need 6 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? I need about 2. That keeps me 4 hours ahead of everybody else on the grind. You know what I mean? I heard Steve Harvey say that. You know what I mean? I heard Steve Harvey say that. But it's true. It's true. All right, Quentin Grassmeyer. No one lives in any place that hasn't had blood spilled on it. And you know what? There hasn't been too many wars in too many places that our blood has not been spilled. The world is 70% melanated. So thinking about, we're not only indigenous to this land, we're indigenous to every land, except for the given Europeans. But I guarantee, even in the UK, there are indigenous blacks in the UK as well. I guarantee. Guarantee. And believe it or not, there's black people in the UK, indigenous. Where do you think Anthony Joshua came from? Lennox Lewis. Indigenous. They're black. They're black. All right, here we go. Kip2 says, I got more stuff I need to play. Y'all already popping in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But if we gotta get them likes up, man. If I'm gonna be reading comments, cause I ain't gonna lie. Normally, if your name ain't in blue, I don't normally read your comments. I don't know if y'all hit that like button. I know my moderators hit that like button. I'm gonna read their comments. They gonna come before anybody. So I got to know that y'all done hit that like button, and I don't see a reflection of that many likes on here for me to be reading anybody else's comments that's not written in blue. So when I see the likes come up, I'll read everybody else's comments so we can have a discussion. But for now, until them lights come up, I'm only reading what's lit up in blue. All right, Maureen says, that's right, love. Maureen says, good morning, everybody. All right. Vita Bracy, I really want to read your comments, but I'm not sure if you've hit that like button or not. Ike Martin says, Russia included. Exactly. Man, I really want to read a lot of these comments because I'm reading them, I'm scanning them, and a lot of y'all saying some real stuff, but my likes ain't high enough yet, man. So I can't read it I can't read it if it's not written up in blue. If you're not a moderator right now, I can't do it. I want to do it, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Gotta get them likes up. You know what I'm saying? No, I can make you a moderator, but I don't know if you've hit the like button. I pick my moderators actually based on their content and character and based on their conversation, their knowledge. All of my moderators will tell you that. So everyone you see written up in blue, I don't personally know them, but I know their mindset. They're good people. They're knowledgeable people. Watch, they might drop me. They might beat me dropping more knowledge in this live right here than I can give to y'all. And I'll read their comments as they drop them. These are people who actually do their studies and their research as well. All right, Royal Splendor says, I liked. Okay, so Royal Splendor, I'll read your comments, Royal Splendor. You know what I'm saying? And I got reason to believe that Kristen 1980 probably liked too. You know what I'm saying? Quentin, I don't know if you hit the like button, but damn, I want to read your comment, man. See, Quentin is the type of person that'll end up being a moderator because he's got a little, you know what I'm saying? He's got a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? I could tell he witty, but he's a clown too. He's got a sense of humor, man. He's funny. So, see, Quentin would be that type of person, but I got to see how this goes. You know, so I got to see how this goes. But that was a good one, Quentin. I ain't gonna read it, cause I don't know if you, I'm gonna read that one, man. Damn that. Hey, Quentin Grassmeyer say, we are all shades of wheat. All right, you are. All right, you are, man. All right, you are, man. Listen, if that we not gonna entertain this. Hey, Grizz, Ike, whatever, we got us one down there. Ike, you wanna go ahead and handle Xavier right there? We not even gonna entertain this today, man. We ain't gonna entertain this. Handle Xavier, man. Thank you. Thank you. We ain't gonna entertain this. Russia is one of the only countries. I got reason to believe that Vita done hit that like button too. Russia is, let me get this right. Russia is one of the only countries that did not participate in the slave trade. They actually gave them refuge. Depends on how far back we go in history. Everybody has something to do with the slave trade. Everybody has something to do with it. It was a big thing. Color is irrelevant. I like people I can have a laugh with and are good people. The rest is irrelevant. And see, that's how I pick my moderators. Congratulations, Kristen. You are now part of the moderator family. If anybody comes in here with that hoorah, hoorah, you have a wrench next to your name. You've got all the tools you need to do the job. We gonna keep this thing nice and cordial in here. See, I told you that's how I pick my moderators. I told you. See, I don't lie. I don't lie. I don't know you either, but ain't you a moderator now? You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. I just like good folks. I don't like people. I have people fatigue, but I like good folks. Oh, we got Ghost Samurai. Ghost Samurai always be sneaking in here, y'all. Ghost Samurai, oh, you'll never know in Ghost Samurai, and he just be lurking, y'all. Ghost Samurai, I mean, he got the right name. He move like a ninja, y'all. Y'all got to watch Ghost Samurai. You know what I'm saying? He move like a ghost for real. He'll sneak up on you. I'm glad he on my team. You know what I'm saying? Because that brother just be creeping up on you, boy. Just be creeping. All right, let's get into some more stuff. Let's get into some more stuff. Because the truth is going to be told today. The truth is going to be told today. The truth will be told. Okay, let's get into this guy.
Walter. All right, family. This guy is Walter Plicker. All right. In 1924, during the Racial Integrity Act, this man reclassified all American Indians who he deemed as mixed, or who was full-blooded and he thought was mixed, as colored. Even on Congress.gov, number 57 says the Virginia Vital Statistics Bureau classed all non-reservation Indians as Negro. So any American Indian that was not living on a reservation got classified as Negro, and eventually Afro-American, African-American, and now we're just Black. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content just like this. All right, family.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get that truth out there today. And I just see another moderator here. I got to. Y'all know I like people that study, people with knowledge. Now Vita, I'm gonna rock with you on this one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna rock with you on this one because this one is relation to the Potomac Indians, and that's what you're referencing in the Grand Canyon right there. I do my research. You know what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass was also a Potomac Indian, ladies and gentlemen. In the Grand Canyon, Vita says, in the Grand Canyon, there are hidden pyramids that directly replicate Africa. Now, Vita, do you know even to get to those pyramids, you have to be airlifted, and they're pretty much roped off and blocked off in the Grand Canyon due to how indigenous it is? It is ancient land. So Vita's on it. Congratulations, Vita. You are now a moderator. You are now family, part of the Uncut Squad tribe. You have a wrench next to your name. If they come in here with the BS, we going to keep this cordial. We love everybody, but we ain't going to tolerate the trolls. Get them out of here. Welcome to the family, Vita. Welcome to the family. As I make you a moderator, you are now obligated to hit that like button and to put your notification bell on all and to subscribe to the channel. Because not only I, but we got work to do. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the world how to have a cordial, respectful conversation, regardless of our indifferences, regardless of our race and the very things that this country uses to separate us, to divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? And to get the truth out there. All of us need education. Education is the key. And when you start to understand other cultures and other people, then the understanding each other begins. And then the respect begins. You see what I'm saying? Because we all play a part in this. We all play a part in this. All right. Royal Splendor. Answer, Democrats, you blameless. Well, the Democrats did start this, if that's what you're referring to. The Democrats had a lot to do with the anti-black stuff that went on in this country. That's fact. That's facts. If you don't believe me, Nathan Bedford Forrest was your first Grand Wizard of the KKK, and he was also a Democrat. All the Democrats fought against the Civil War. Fought against the Civil War. Republicans let blacks into office around 1904, 1902, 1904. Democrats didn't do it until like 1922 or 1934, one of those 2 years. I want to say it was 1934. I'm well versed on this. Democrats have never been for black people. That was a game too. That was a game too. Lyndon B. Johnson said it. If we got to free these N-words and give them the right to vote, then we might as well have them voting Democrat for the next 300 years. Black people just never got the memo, so they kept doing the same thing over and over. Now, where has voting Democrat really got us? I mean, voting Republican don't get you nowhere either. It's all the same poison. But we vote Democrat more than anything. Where has it really gotten us? Black people are faithful to Jesus and the Democratic Party. Where has it gotten us, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, where has it gotten us? Where have that forgiveness gotten us? Where has that lost vote gotten us? So people say voting doesn't matter. Voting does matter. But when you're playing identity politics, I'm going to vote for this person because this person is black. Just because that person is black don't mean that person has you in his best interest. That person could be your Al Sharpton. Now, Al Sharpton ain't there. No. I'm the Congressman John Lewis type. May he rest in peace. I like to stir up good trouble. May that brother there walk. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. But I'm not the Al Sharpton type. I'm the John Lewis type. I'm the Marcus Garvey type. I'm the Malcolm X type. I'm the Nat Turner type. I'm the Frederick Douglass type. You know what I mean? I'm the Stokely Carmichael type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we go deep with this thing, y'all. We go deep with this. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, y'all. Let's get back to it. We're talking about reclassification of indigenous black people. We're talking about the reclassification of, listen, man, I got to do this. I was going to get back to it. Let me address this real quick, y'all. Shocker Outdoors. It doesn't matter what MLK would be. See, I just said I don't go into the things that the government used to separate us or cause divisiveness. You come in here with that separation and that divisiveness. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, Biden was a big hater. Biden is one of the biggest racists in history. No president is recorded more times than Joe Biden saying the N-word alone. Joe Biden also stood on the Senate floor in 93, 94 and said that he didn't want his kids and his wife growing up in a racial jungle. No matter what problems we had, no matter how poor we was, mental health or whatever, lock us up. Then came your crime bill by Bill Clinton. Joe Biden was a senator. He was a senator at that time. All right, so that was a good comment, Royale Splendor, and welcome to the moderator family. Welcome to the moderator family. So you've got a wrench by your name. You've got all the tools you need to do the job. You are now obligated to hit that like button, subscribe, put your notification bell on all, and be here to handle these trolls and spit that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Spit that knowledge. All right, but Shocker, back to you. It doesn't matter about a Democrat. See, you brought up two things that really kind of ail me. MLK, who was softest, you know what I'm saying, and the Democratic Party. there's like anybody that a European would praise in a European country, and this is now a European country, they are the majority. You know what I mean? Even though we know the truth, it doesn't change the numbers per capita, as they would say. Anything that they would push, any black person that they would praise, is not something we need to take up to. There's a reason that they're praising it. Maybe they were able to use them, you know what I'm saying, to infiltrate black people. Maybe they were able to use them to indoctrinate black people, lie to black people, puppet black people, teach us how to forgive and turn the other cheek. So no, I don't rock with that. I don't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this. Let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this. Because the reclassification just has to stop. It has to stop. Y'all got to cease and desist with these reclassifications. You know what I'm saying?
This is how you know it was us first, because before it was considered reservations. What were they called? Concentration camps. Before concentration camps, they were called public labor camps.
Labor camp.
Did we see any Native Americans go through so-called slavery? Because that's the land that they're talking about. Were they on the plantations? No. These people are brand new. They just got here. And you can't trace Native American to American Indian by way of paperwork. That's a brand new term that just started in the 1970s. I put that out there too. The first time that you heard the term Native American was from the Native American Party, the Know Nothings, the third largest political party during the time period of the Federalists and the Whigs. They were fighting for rights then, as foreigners. So that's why I tell people to stop calling yourself Native, because that has nothing to do with you. You're indigenous to this land. You're not a visitor. This is how you know it was us first.
Come on now.
Because before...
Come on now. Come on now. See, this whitewash history got to stop. Ooh, y'all eating Joe Biden up in here, man. Y'all didn't know Joe Biden was a crook. Man, listen. Joe Biden been a racist. Joe Biden been a racist. Y'all can Google the compilation of Joe Biden saying the N-word. The man been saying it since like the 60s or 70s. You know what I'm saying? For real. Y'all wonder why his son on drugs? Like, I mean, I can't say that word. Y'all wonder why his son does behavior changing things? Because he had to deal with Joe Biden as his daddy. Hey, Joe Biden is one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden went to a segregationist funeral while he was in office. Y'all didn't know that? He went to the funeral of a segregationist and had lunch with one while he was in office. I'm pretty sure y'all know what a segregationist is. You only segregate when you don't like a certain demographic of people. So if Joe Biden didn't like us and he's associating with a segregationist who don't like us, well, guess what they had in common when they met for lunch? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm from the dirty, man. I'm from the dirty. You know what I'm saying? Florida, I'm from the South. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. Quentin, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator. We ain't going to play with you. We going to stay with you. Welcome to the family, homie. You know what I'm saying? You already know what to do. Welcome to the family, homie. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, notification bell, put it on all. You know what I mean? What does... I don't know, Royal Splendor. I don't even want to read that comment. You know what I'm saying? That just don't sound right with a heterosexual man saying that. I ain't gonna read that. Because I don't want to give nobody who walked the other walk, no, we just ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? JB is a Scorpio. Plus, Hillary said the segregationist was a role model. See what I'm saying, TT? Y'all see why TT a moderator? You know what I'm saying? Because TT be spitting that knowledge too. My people know the real, man. There go Gotti. First in class and last to leave, baby. Believe that. There go Gotti. Yes, sir. It's my honor too, Quentin. My honor too, man. But let's get this on out here because they're not going to teach you this in history. And I'm not going to lie. There's lots of white people like Paul Lance, y'all, who advocate this stuff for us too. That tells the truth. You see what I'm saying? But these people are shunned as well. So they're not going to teach you this stuff because if they taught you this stuff, then they're breaking the foundation of white supremacy. What was America built on? White supremacy. They're not going to tear down the very social structure, the social construct that's been getting them by all this time. that's been getting them by. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, Maureen. You here now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a great day. Don't have a good day. Have a great day. You know what I mean? But the truth is out there. So unless we're going to dig, unless we're going to find this stuff, there's really nothing that people can tell us about us. Why do you reclassify us so much?
With responding to this question or response. I quite honestly don't know if you were being smart or sincere. So let me just go middle of the road with you, okay? So this video was talking about why would an African fight, die, struggle, march for Indian rights if they were not Indian? So this person said, oh, a quick little research, and I saw the word Black or African American. Well, thank you for putting that out. So let's talk about it. Now, see, part of the crime that was done to the Indian is that we were reclassified from Indian to those names. If you go over with your wonderful skills, go over to the UN and read through, you will see that in part of their conversations, it's a little buried, but I believe you got the research skills to find it. Okay, they talk about how the United States was found guilty because of what they did to the indigenous person, which was in part by renaming them, right? So renaming them to Black, Negro, African American and such. They do recognize that over at the UN. That's why they were found guilty. So what that act did, it was letting you know all the terms and all the terms that were reclassified, doing a call to order, identifying where the crimes were in terms of the misclassifications to make it clear that this was the Indian bill because they're Indians. So it's like a crime, you know, like on television. And let's say Joe Smith got caught, also known as Pookie and Lukey and Fookie on down on the corner, around the corner, have these identifying marks and can be found. So when a crime has been committed, people will give their name, the known as names, the identification marks, and where they can be found. So in this bill, we did that kind of accounting and made it clear. It was for Indians. That's why it was named Indians. And it was co-named or nicknamed Stokely Carmichael, an Indian. So that is why they have that name. So that's why you were able to find those names on your quick, wonderful, handy dandy search. And if you take those skills over to the UN, you'll find out that they definitely name us indigenous to the land. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information to make it more clear. The law is 90284. It's called the Indian Civil Rights Act. And many people who marched and died and went through hell and high water were people who were fighting for Indian rights. And the UN, as well as that act, made it clear that they were reclassified from the names that you found on your simple search. And the correct name are Indians. Thank you.
Now, this should make y'all think now. This should make y'all think. We know that colonizers conquered Indians. That's the whole Pilgrim and Indian thing, right? Now let's dissect some whitewash history here, right? If all these people can give account that we are the true Indians, who did the Pilgrims really slaughter? And who did they give those people's reparations to? You know, the ones that you identify as an Indian right now, a Native American. You know those light-colored people when they said that they were copper-colored and brown-skinned. You know what I'm saying? Who did they give it to? Where did those South Pacific or South Asian Pacific people come from that this nation classified as Indians and put on reservations, y'all? Who did the Pilgrims really conquer? You know what I'm saying? I got to get into these comments, and then I'm going to let a little bit more play, because this thing is heating up. This thing is heating up. I'm going all the way back. All right. Boo Gotti says, the UN is the devil, too. I'm with you, Gotti. All right. Vita Bracy says, Moors created and utilized vessel designs and maritime technologies that fundamentally influence European shipbuilding and remain in use in evolved forms. Exactly. And it's also written that the Black Egyptians were actually, they say that this used to be Egypt. All right. They say that America used to be Egypt. The land before it was America was also Egypt at one point. And they said that those Egyptians were well versed. You know what I mean? They were the first ones in basically shipbuilding. You know what I mean? And getting out and exploring. All right. Quentin Grassmeyer. Quentin, my man said, can we also recognize that he was the king of England that put out bounty? You know what I'm saying? Grizz says, give us our land back. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Respect Mr. Uncut, and his moderators of you will be blocked. Okay, thank you, Gotti. Thank you, Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. All right. TT say, let's not forget about the Republican Party was founded by blacks in Wisconsin in 1875. I keep trying to tell people the Republican Party was known as the anti-slavery party. The Republican Party was known as the anti-slavery party. For slavery to be abolished, it was Republicans. It was 7 Republicans that voted yes. It was 2 Democrats that voted no. Republicans voted yes, free them. Democrats said, hell no to the no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. See, that's how I pick my moderators. Knowledge, man. Knowledge. You just got to be willing to tell the truth, and you can't walk in fear, man. You can't walk in fear. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk in fear, man. Grizzly say, we the real Indians. You know what I'm saying? We the real Indians. All right. Royal Splendor. Lincoln allowed Democrats to survive and breed. Fast forward. Minneapolis, 2026. Say that. Say that. Say that. Say that. All right. Kip 2 says, do you people know about the blood quantum era? I've heard of it, but I haven't done much research on it. I can fit that. See, somebody's talking indigenous right here. That's an indigenous Black American Indian tribe right there, the Choctaw Indians. Vita, I knew I wasn't going to regret making you a moderator. I knew I wasn't. I knew it. I knew it. And I can go back to it. And we got the Arawaks. You know what I'm saying? You got your Black Cherokees. You got your Black Seminoles. You had the Choctaw Indians. Man, this thing goes all the way back. That's why I get upset when people come in here using an N-word and people come in here talking about African American. Call us, call me, call your damn self who the hell you really are. See, this is that indoctrination, y'all. That's that indoctrination. You're going to allow someone who came to your land reclassify you and tell you who you are, and you're okay with that. They're even telling you who your God is, and you're okay with that. And you're okay with that. There's nothing inside of you that makes you want to dig for knowledge. You have to doubt things. That's why I don't do the Bible. Don't tell me not to doubt and then tell me study to show thyself approval. How am I going to study to show myself approval? You know what I'm saying? If I don't doubt something, I have to study it and research it in the first place. Somebody better hear me. Somebody better hear me. When I was in school, every time I understand, teacher, teacher, teacher. Does anyone know the answer to teacher, teacher, teacher? Oh yeah, that was me. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I love some knowledge. I love the truth. You know what I'm saying? I love the truth. Love the truth. All right, Quentin says, that one I didn't know. I need to go read up on that. Exactly. That's why I'm giving this to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring what I call receipts, because you always going to have haters and trolls that come in here. You don't know what you're talking about. Where did you get that from? Well, if you listen, you'll see. I'm giving it to you. And you're more than welcome to go to the same places and do the research. And I tell everybody, go to Mike TV. Go to Mike TV on YouTube. Go to the Chronicles of Black on YouTube. I'm telling y'all where to go. Mike TV is a big one. Go to Mike TV first. Go to Mike TV first. Even if you pull out your phones or your laptops right now and go over to Mike TV, and he'll help you with your genealogy. We got to let this African American crap rest. That's not who we are. We have no links to Africa, y'all. No links to Africa. All right. TT says, plus Democrats were the ones who water cannons during the civil rights protest. Exactly. Why do Royal Splendor? Why do Democrats get the black vote? It makes no damn sense. I'm an independent. I'm an independent too. I mean, I can't vote, but if I could vote, I'd be an independent. You know what I mean? I've made some mistakes in life, so I forfeited that right to vote. And, you know, it doesn't cause me to concede my studies or learning or going above and beyond knowledgeably. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't stop me from spiritually growing and growing in knowledge. But yeah, we've been duped, the whole Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? Who y'all think run y'all churches and stuff too? Y'all pastors are affiliated with this stuff. Y'all pastors receive federal bonding from the government to stay out of politics and to endorse certain people. That's why in a black church, you heard your pastors going for Joe Biden. You heard your pastors going for Kamala Harris. Come on, black people, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. No matter who the Republican candidate was throughout history, the black churches always push the Democratic candidate. Y'all don't see a link? Y'all don't see a link? They know what they're doing. Again, and I quote, Lyndon B. Johnson said, during the times of the Civil War, if we have to free these N-words and give them the right to vote, we might as well have them voting Democrat for the next 300 years. All of your evil white people that ran the government was damn Democrats. They were never going to give you liberties and freedom. That's why we were emancipated. If they ever declare martial law, ladies and gentlemen, that's suspending the Constitution. If you suspend the Constitution, you're also doing what? You're suspending the very articles of the Constitution that gave us emancipation, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. That does what? Brings Jim Crow laws back into effect. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all better learn this stuff. Y'all better learn this stuff. Y'all better learn this stuff. If Trump wanted to be a dictator, all he got to do is suspend the Constitution and declare martial law. There is no more law of the land. Anything goes. And you know what else is going to happen? All of those racist Europeans are going to know, hey, we can go after those black folks again. And then you got hell on your hands. Y'all better know something about it, man. Y'all better know something about it, man. Know who you really are. Know who you really are. I just said that the KKK created the Democratic Party. Yeah, I told you Nathan Bedford Forrest was the first Grand Wizard of the KKK. And he was a Democrat. So you're right. You're right. See, somebody else said this right here, TT. LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson said we'll have the black vote for 200 years. It was either 200 or 3. No, I think he said 300. I think he said 300. Maybe 200, and it lasted for about 300 years. And it's still going on today. Gotti says, I just said that the KK. Oh, I read that one. All right. I got to read. I got to, Kip 234. Welcome to the moderator family. You know what I mean? Welcome to the moderator family. You got all the tools you need to do the job. Hit that like button, subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, brother. You part of the tribe. You part of the Uncut Squad. But anyways, Kip 2 says, Blood Quantum Era, the time where they changed the name Chata, Mulatto, they bought the name Negro, 1890. Do y'all notice that black people and indigenous black people in this land are the only ones who've constantly been reclassified, y'all? We've gone from Indian to copper color to Negro to black, colored, African American. Name another group of people. They don't even reclassify the LGBTQ community that many damn times. They just keep adding letters. To us, we keep getting new freaking identities, man. God dog, somebody need to be locked up for identity fraud. You know what I'm saying? We've been duped. We've been scammed. But they also know that we don't like to read and we don't like politics, so we'll never find out. We can hide it from them because they don't like to read and they don't like politics. They will never find out. I love to read. I love politics. Trust me, y'all will find out. Y'all will find out. Y'all will find out. Who these comments have been rolling, y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Let's
The
go.
mic and let's get real with
Let's get into some more of this. Let's go. Let's go. I got off track. I got off track. I gotta bring that back. I got off track.
Since the Native Americans are so smart, and you got your degrees and you know every goddamn thing, then why aren't you guys getting up here discussing the 1924 Racial Integrity Act? I told y'all to leave.
Google it, Racial Integrity Act. Oh, I'm gonna lead y'all to the right places. Racial Integrity Act. This is what I do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't married. I ain't got no wife. I ain't got no old lady. Ain't no kids running around here. I'm an empty nester. It's just me. I got time to study, y'all. I got time to grow. I got time to grow. I got time to be a better version of me. You know what I'm saying? I got time to be a better version of me. So I'm going to hit you with that knowledge. When I come on here, I know what I'm talking about, and I can prove it, and I can take you to the places where you can learn. I may not be able to explain everything and know something about everything, but I know what I know. I know what I know, and I know we've been duped. We've been lied to. We've been lied to. I told you, in order to dismantle white supremacy, you have to stop believing anything they tell you, including religion. Walk away from everything, put it down. Deprogram, reprogram. You know what I'm saying? Deprogram and reprogram. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, and it's not to be racist. You hear me saying white supremacy. You don't hear me saying good white folk. You know what I mean? You don't hear me saying good white folk. I rock with everybody, because even good white folks putting the truth out there for us too. I just told y'all Paul Lance is a big advocate. Y'all go look up Paul Lance. You know what I mean? Go look up Paul Lance on YouTube. Go look up Paul Lance. I'm giving you substance. I'm giving you the people. You know what I'm saying? If you want education on this type of stuff, if you really have been wondering these type of things, you know what I mean? I'm telling you where to go. I'm telling you where to go. And I'm telling you to doubt. Anybody that tells you not to doubt, you know what I'm saying? Don't doubt. Don't doubt. Don't doubt. Further your studies. Further your studies. Let's go.
Since the Native Americans are so smart, and you got your degrees and you know every goddamn thing, then why aren't you guys getting up here discussing the 1924 Racial Integrity Act? I told y'all to leave me the fuck alone, but y'all wanted to push. So let's motherfucking press these motherfucking buttons. And surprisingly, this document or this bill was passed the same year that...
Miracle, I'm not skipping you on purpose. You know, but any question you want to ask, ma'am, we don't need the attitude. If I overlooked you, it wasn't on purpose. But I'm not smart guy. I just know what I know. Everyone knows something about what takes their interest. You might be able to do hair. I know nothing about doing hair. I have no interest in doing hair, but I need my hair done. You know what I mean? So I'm not a smart guy. I'm intelligent. I know what I know throughout my course of studies, but we all have our majors. We all major in something that holds our attention. But go ahead, I'll entertain a question. If I know, I know. If I don't, I don't. But I'll entertain. Mason, for real, gonna come in here with the 2 Chainz. What's good? It's all good. Hey, we'll bring Mason back. Don't bring Mason back. That was good. Y'all know I like jokes. Bring Mason back. Bring Mason back. I like jokes. Bring him back. There we go. Thank you. He all right. It was a good joke, y'all. I done been called 2 Chainz before. Y'all know I'm a fan of comedy. I like to laugh, man. I'm goofy too. You know what I'm saying? I'm goofy too. So what's up, Mason? What's up, Mason? You know what I'm saying? Miracle say, oh, Lord, come on, Miracle. What's your question? Yeah, Mason, all right. He's back. He's back. He's back. What's up with you, Miracle? What's up with you? All right, Julian Hawks. I was about to say Farrakhan. I have no problem with Farrakhan. And Farrakhan's really not racist. Farrakhan is a historian. Farrakhan is about unity and knowing your history and standing together collectively as a people, the same way white supremacy and the white race does. You know what I'm saying? Farrakhan is not racist. I've seen Farrakhan with I can't say the J word, but with white J people speaking, and Farrakhan's not racist. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with Farrakhan. You know, I'm one of the people that's gonna cry when Farrakhan like leave here. Real talk. I have no problem with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Brother's an icon. White America wants you to think he's racist because he's telling the truth. He is not racist. He is not racist. I'm telling you, that brother don't have a hateful bone in his body. He's knowledgeable. That man can tell you the measurements of the sea to the next sea, from the sea to the shore, from the sea to the horizon. I've heard him do it. I've heard him do it. Salute to the Honorable, you know what I'm saying, Minister Louis Farrakhan, man. Salute and respect, you know what I'm saying? And Julian, you know, I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator just for mentioning his name. You know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, and be here to handle those trolls to keep it cordial and to put that knowledge out there. Kip2 says, Dr. Malachi York, who is arrested, should also be a YouTube channel. I will be looking at chat. We need persistence. Confidence comes with reprogramming our minds for sure. No hate, just facts. Exactly. No hate, just facts. But they're going to automatically bring that hate because we're telling the truth. It's the reason they hid this history. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason that they keep reclassifying us and coming after us, oppressing us. Y'all, all those slave ships did not come in with Africans. A lot of those slave ships were leaving out of here with the indigenous people. And a lot of those slaves, especially from Africa, landing in the Caribbean, Jamaica, Haiti, Brazil, places like that. Very little of them touched the Americas. Do your research on it. Africa was buying slaves too. But those slave ships were leaving here after they conquered the indigenous people here, enslaved them here, and they were sending them out. They were sending them out. All right. Vita Bracy says, Alexander Pushkin, 1799-1837, widely regarded as the founder of modern Russia, literature and the literary language, was of partial African descent. I've heard that before. I've heard that. I just did a little research on that. I'm still researching that. But yeah, that's a conversation. That is definitely a conversation. Nice one, Vita. All right. Julian Hawkins, 3966. Yeah, I didn't mean nothing else, but there were nothing negative to it. It was a compliment. No, I don't take nothing you said as, no, you good, man. You good. You know what I'm saying? You a moderator too now. Congratulations. Oh, you are a moderator. You are a moderator. Julian, are you showing up in blue? You should be showing up in blue. Julian Hawkins, if you're not showing up in blue with a wrench next to you, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Miracle say, I'm not racist either. We know. Nobody in here is racist. It's the great notice. Julian Hawkins, hey, I've been called a white Farrakhan before. You know, hey, I believe, I just told you we have plenty of white people out there advocating for us. Why is it 10? I'm trying to, hey, why can't I make you a mod? You're not showing up in blue. Julian, do you have a wrench next to your name? Because every time I click on your name to make you a moderator, it's giving me the option to remove you from moderator. But I'm not seeing you light up in blue. All right. Brucey, you don't know your own history. Only the victors write when you read. You only know what you're told. Here we go, y'all. We got a troll. This is somebody mad because the truth is coming out. This is somebody mad because beyond anything, we can prove that colonization existed, not only in this land, but everywhere. We can prove that you guys are the conquerors. That would make you the victors. You think only the victors would know? The victors do know, but that proves why they whitewash history and don't tell us the truth, sir. That proves that. So, Brucey, you're either going to get schooled or you're going to get removed. I'm surprised Gotti has let you last this long. You know what I mean? If you get another comment, and I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised because you only know what you're told. Your whitewash history. You only know what you were told. Why? You're mad? You were told we were N-words and now you're upset because you've learned that we're really not? Oh my God, even I've been calling them the wrong thing. No wonder it doesn't hurt their feelings when I call them the N-word, because they're really the indigenous black people. They're really foundational. They're really the real Indians, those black Indians that y'all tried to erase. Y'all know those communities y'all flooded, you know what I'm saying, like Lake Lanier. There's over 200 black communities that you guys flooded, stole under the Erasure Act, and flooded, made into lakes, y'all. Do your research. We even got like 2 of them here in Florida. And I remember Lake Lanier is one of them. Y'all don't remember the stories that surrounds Lake Lanier? Let's go ahead and school old Boosie or Goofsy or whatever his name is. Let's school him. Y'all don't remember that every time these people would go swimming and kayaking in Lake Lanier, that they said that it felt like something was pulling them down? Google it. People have always drowned in Lake Lanier. You know why? Because there's a black community underneath that lake that you guys like to canoe on. Yeah, there's souls under there. People that y'all drowned, that couldn't get out. Stole those communities, couldn't sell them under the $5 Indian Act or the Homestead Act. So you know what you did? You turned them into lakes. That's why when you go in there, you drown. Go read the stories and look up, do your research on Lake Lanier alone. You'll find there's many lakes throughout this country that used to be black communities. That's part of the Erasure Act. Brucey, did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that, Brucey? Did you know that? Brucey. Brucey says, I do appreciate your words, but just because you read something, it doesn't make it true. I hope you feel the same way about your damn Bible. Hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Hypocrite. Hypocrite. Miracle, you are now a moderator. Welcome to the tribe. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the tribe. You are still sitting here. Y'all, somebody need to school Brucey, or maybe he just need to listen some more. You're still trying to link us to Africa. Have you not been listening? Now, we can link you to Europe, Great Britain, Portugal, Spain. We can link you to somewhere, UK, UN. You know what I'm saying? But you can't link all black people to Africa, homie. That's your first mistake. Don't tell us who the hell we are. Don't tell us who the hell we are. When we've had parents sitting to the dinner table, grandparents sitting to the dinner table, telling us that we have Indian in our blood, telling us who the hell we are. So who do you think we're going to believe? Y'all lying asses? Or our family members who went through it, who saw the struggle, who knows the truth? And now research is confirming the same thing that our parents and our grandparents and great-grandparents told us. But it's not confirming the lies you guys told us. Oh, you're Irish. No wonder you feel this way. Yeah, y'all was once indentured servants, not to be confused with slaves. You know what indentured was? It means you need a passage to get somewhere and you couldn't afford it and someone else paid to bring you in and you had to work that debt off. You had to work that debt off. So don't get it confused. There was nothing like chattel slavery. Don't get it confused. And even when you guys were indentured servants, watch this. It was still your own people enslaving you. It was still Europeans. It was still Europeans. It was still Europeans. As much as you're trying to play victim right here, you know what I'm saying, and coming in here with, oh, everyone was slaves. I went, no. You were enslaved by your own kind. Just like right now, y'all getting unalived by your own kind in Minnesota. Want to talk about it? This is the lineage of evil. We are here to debunk all of that. And normally I would have had you blocked by now. But you seem pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. You seem genuine. Your comments don't seem too genuine. But you seem genuine. So I'm going to let you learn, brother. Because if I block you, you're not going to learn. But this conversation will stay in your mind all day if I don't block you. You know what? And that's doing the work. So I'm going to let you stick around. Don't y'all block Brucey. If he don't get real out of hand, let him stay. 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 When y'all come in here and say, name a culture that didn't own a slave, name one black country that left their continent or their country and went and conquered white colonies and made them slaves. Please answer that. I like to reciprocate questions. Y'all think y'all are so smart. Y'all think y'all so smart. I like to reciprocate these questions. Please name a black country or continent who left their indigenous land, traveled and conquered white people or Spanish people and took over everything. Please name one. Don't worry, I'll wait. Come on, boiling frog. I don't think, I'm not sure what makes what you say the truth. Brucey, if you do the work, you'll see what I'm saying is the truth. The only reason you're not going to do the work is because if once you find out the truth, it's going to hurt your little feelings. It's going to dismantle everything the white supremacists have taught you. You will see that you really were living on white privilege and entitlement. You will see really why this country dislikes our people so bad, because they know this was our land. They took it from us. Why do you say we built it? What did you guys build? What did you guys build? Nothing. Sitting on horses with rifles and managing slaves ain't building nothing. Who did the work? Who shed the blood? Who knew the land? Who was already here? Who's equipped to withstand the extreme rays of the sun? Brother, you can't be indigenous where the sun doesn't welcome you. Real talk, and that's not meant to be racist. You know what I'm saying? You're not indigenous in a land where the sun does not shine upon you, where it does not welcome you, where it's a detriment to your health and your pigmentation and your life expectancy. I'm giving you science. I'm giving you science. I'm giving you facts. Look this up. Look this up. Europeans in America outlive Europeans. I said it wrong. Europeans in Europe outlive Europeans in America by at least 3 years because of the difference of the climate and the heat, the severity of the heat. Look it up. I've done videos about this. I've literally printed it out and read it to you to let you know I was not making it up. Read it. Read it. Just Google, do Europeans in Europe live longer than Europeans in America? And when you come back and tell me I'm right, I'll make you a moderator. Google it. I'm gonna show you just how real I am with this. Google it. And I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm going to wait. Google it. Just Google, does Europeans in Europe live longer than Europeans in America? Just Google it. And I'm gonna sit right here and wait. I'm gonna show you how real I am with this now. I like this. I like to teach. I love to teach. Y'all think I'm racist. I'm not racist. I'm candid. I'm blunt. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not racist. I'm just factual. I call out my own people too. But today we're talking about reclassification. We're talking about colonizers. We're talking about whitewashed American history. We're talking about the foundation of white supremacy and what this land was built on. We're talking about who we really are and why they continuously reclassify us and don't reclassify anyone else. Now I'm gonna go down here in the comments to see if anyone Googled this. You know what I'm saying? Lake Lanier in Georgia. Right. You're right. You're right, Ike Martin. You're right. Miracle, you should be showing up in blue too. And I'm not seeing you showing up in blue. You know what I'm saying? Brucey says, I'm not American. I pretty much figured that. We just discussed how the UN and everybody else thinks about us and what they do. So I knew you weren't, I knew you weren't American. But that's why I said I'm not gonna block you. That's why I said I'm not gonna block you. I really feel like you wanna learn, but you're kind of offended right now because you feel like we're attacking white people, and we're not. We're not worried about his story. We're telling our story. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Man says, I support your journey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Julian say, man, what about how the Iran-Contras and the CIA used gangs to flood the black community with? Yeah, that was done in the 80s. And it was, yeah. And 93% of this government has always been controlled by the white race, by Europeans. They have always had it in for us. They call us lazy when they needed someone to help them build the land they stole. How lazy is that? They call us lazy when they're still the face of EBT, government assistance, and everything. And I'm on disability. So I'm on all those programs. I'm that real. I'll tell you the truth. I was hit by a drunk driver and it messed my back up. So I have no love for anyone who drinks and drive because you can mess up someone's life. I'm used to working 2 jobs. But thanks to a drunk driver, look what I'm forced to do now. So yes, I have to use those programs to get by. Yes, I do. See how honest I am? I'll throw me under the bus too. And I'm ready for any comeback that anybody's got to say in here because I still know that white people is the face of Section 8 and HUD. It was made for y'all, not us. The projects were made for white people first, not us. Food stamps was made for white people first, not us. And there's still more people on those programs, more white people on those programs today than black people. And I'm going to throw it right back at you. Per capita, because you are the majority here. So what I'm saying not only makes sense, but it's factual. If it's more of you here, there's going to be more of you on that program. But wait, how are you on that program if you had a 400-year head start? You had Jim Crow. You had slavery. You had the Reconstruction Act. How do you still need these programs? How are you still the face of these programs? How can you call us lazy when you've never really done anything but still unalive and destroy? It's the truth. It's not racist. It is the truth. It is the absolute truth. All right, let's get back into this. I'm going to get back in there reading comments too, but I see I'm angering some people, and that was my mission today. You know what I'm saying? That was my mission. That was my mission.
In December of 1911, the St. Louis Medical Review published a paper that stated something that sounds crazy today. The first line says, "Was primitive man in America a Negro?" The answer to this question leans to the affirmative. And in case you were wondering, affirmative means yes. The article then goes on explaining this statement by talking about the artifacts found in Central and South America. But what many people don't know is that the first illustrations made by Europeans depicting the indigenous Americans were Negroes. The very first painting that depicts indigenous Americans is entitled The Virgin of the Navigators, which was completed between 1531 and 1536. Under the Virgin Mary's right hand, we see the first ever European depiction of America's Aboriginals who were brought to Europe during the Columbus expeditions and converted to Christianity. In the 16th and 17th century, many books and maps of America were created that display. In December of 1911, the St.
And they're giving you the times and the dates. Giving you the times and the dates.
To declassify means
Giving you the times and the dates.
They don't talk about it, but there's a hidden scam that erased black Native Americans from history. The $5 Indian. After slavery, the U.S. government promised land and resources to Native Americans. But here's the twist. White people found a loophole. For just $5, they could pay to have their names added to Native American tribal rolls, claiming Native heritage and stealing land that was meant for the real indigenous people. And black natives who had been part of these tribes for generations were erased from the history books. This scam allowed white people to claim land and benefits they didn't deserve, while black natives were pushed out and denied recognition. To this day, some tribes still refuse to honor their black members because they don't talk about it, but there's a hidden scam that erased black Native Americans.
Oh, y'all getting mad. Why? Because this don't go with y'all white history books? Let me really piss y'all off. Let me really piss y'all off. This is what I do right here. This is what I do. Let me really piss y'all off. First, let me start with the $5 Indian Act. That's right, the $5 Indian Act. The $5 Indian Act. You want to know why? You want to know when Indians became light-skinned like white people, like Europeans? I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. Somebody said they were just watching Indians the other day, and where were the black Indians? Were you watching it before or after the $5 Indian Act? Huh? Before or after the $5 Indian Act? Huh? Let's go.
This fighting over.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Now streaming.
Let's do it. Let me see if this is the one. Let me see if this is the one I want. Yeah, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
Ever come across the term $5 Indians?
It's one of those quirky historical tidbits that almost sounds made up. Imagine this, late 19th century America, where for just $5,
Oh my God, this is a white guy saying this. Is he a sellout? Is he a sellout? This is a white guy advocating this. Oh my God. Is he a grifter?
roughly $150 today, someone could reportedly get themselves listed as Native American. This isn't a feel-good story about cultural blending, though. It's about greed, ambition,
Y'all get Randy out of
loopholes,
here.
and the tangled mess of identity and bureaucracy. These illegal land grabs have had an impact on people today, and the term $5 Indians has become a jab at people who are part of the wannabe tribe and the pretendians. Today, we're digging into what $5 Indians means, how it got started, and why it still lingers in history. Let's travel back to the 1890s and explore this strange chapter.
Hey, listen, Vita is new, but Vita is on this. I think Vita might really be done found her home. Vita is on this, y'all. Vita Bracey says the Olmec civilization were black considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica, thrived along Mexico's Gulf Coast. That's true. Do y'all know either Mexico's first or second president was black? Was black? I think Mexico's first president was black. That is true. That is true. I'm not referring to you as a $5 Indian. I'm referring to history. If me referring to history teaches you that you are a $5 Indian, then maybe you may be a $5 Indian.
Hey everybody, this is Colonel Carson with Family Tree Nuts, and I'm a professional genealogist and a historian. In our videos entitled, No, You're Not Cherokee,
I'm not obsessed with race. See, I'm obsessed with the truth. You're only upset because I'm debunking the white lie. So you guys were upset. You guys were obsessed with race because you guys whitewashed history. You guys hid the truth. You guys had to enslave people. You guys had to steal land. You guys had to grape people. You guys fed our babies to the alligators. You guys used our skins for wagons. You guys were cannibals. Do I need to keep going? You were obsessed with race. That's how white supremacy got started. That's how white supremacy got started. That's how white supremacy got started. Oh, I told you, they gonna get mad today, y'all. Let's get them likes up. Let's make them even madder. Let's get them likes up. Let's make them even madder. Get the likes up, make them even madder, y'all. Real talk. Get the likes up, let's make them even madder. Guadalupe Victoria. Was that the first president? Austin. Was that referencing that black president of Mexico? All right. Luthen 13 says, I subscribe. Thank you, Luthen. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to make you a moderator, too. I don't even know you, but I feel like you going to bring some good flavor to the channel. So you got a wrench next to your name. Don't be afraid to use your tools. Put your notification bell on all, you know. You know what I'm saying? If I said anything like that, I'd be called a racist. The truth is, if you said anything like that, you'd be called a truth teller. You'd be respected more for telling the truth. Not a racist. Nothing I said was racist. It was factual. Black people didn't do any of the things I named. Black people did not do any of the things I named. It was completely factual. The truth hurts. And in order to get change, sometimes you have to make people uncomfortable. So if you're uncomfortable, we may get you to change the way you think about us, sir. With all due respect. With all due respect. I'm not racist either. I love everyone, but I love the truth. And I don't love to see my people struggle. I don't love seeing my people subscribe to being called something that they're not. I don't subscribe to racism. I don't subscribe to the lies. I don't subscribe to the oppression. I don't subscribe to the racial, you know what I'm saying, disparages. No. If we're all truly equal, then respect everyone. Love everyone. Accept everyone. Stop trying to take things that aren't yours. Again, I haven't heard anyone name not one black country or continent that left their indigenous land and set out to conquer other white nations, countries, continents, or anything. You know why? Because we're not that type of people. But history reflects and history tells us that there's a certain demographic of people, you know what I'm saying, who are that way. And I'm not saying all white people are bad people. That's why I separated. You know what I'm saying? I have white people and I have good white folks. I rock with good white folks. You know what I'm saying? TT, one of my best moderators right here. You know what I'm saying? He's not black. He's not black. He's good white folks. Like I'm good black folks. We all good folks. We mad at all these bad racist people, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all scooping what I'm pooping. You know what I'm saying? Can you smell what I'm cooking right here, man? I'm not cooking racism. I'm cooking the truth. I'm cooking the truth because it is the truth. You can't name anything that you built. And the Europeans that's here were the Europeans that were rejected and kicked out of Europe. Do your research on that one. Do your research on that one. See, there was a European revolution too. Do your research on that one. Do your research on it. Why were you guys forced out to colonize? Why didn't you guys return and why can't you guys return? What made you different from the original Europeans who stayed in the indigenous land of Europe? Why were you exiled? Why were you ostracized? Why were you sent away? Never wondered that? It wasn't just because you guys were just conquering everything and taking over. No, that is not the truth. 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 So there's history to everything.
Cherokee. And no, you're still not Cherokee. We have had thousands of people make comments about $5 Indians, but I discovered that most folks had never heard the term. That's when I knew that it was time to make this video. At Family Tree Nuts, we build family trees for clients that either don't know how, don't have the time, or don't want to pay those expensive membership fees. We'd love to honor your ancestors for you. We also make history videos all over the United States and a few countries. So if you like videos like these, be sure to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Now back to the story. To get the full picture, we need some context. By the late 1800s, the U.S. government was focused on managing Native American lands and resources, often through policies like the Dawes Act of 1887. The plan was to divide the tribal lands into individual allotments for Native American.
Muledir. So do you know about the Mediterranean slave thing? Because if you're a Viking, that would be what you're subscribed to. That would be your history. So if you were to say that you guys were you guys did the enslaving as well. Look up the Mediterranean slave trade. Look up the Mediterranean. I'm well versed in this. What y'all think I only study chattel slavery? Y'all don't think that I'm knowledgeable or know that y'all are going to come in here with this, so I study all of that? I'm always going to be a step ahead of you. So what you're referring to, if you're a Viking, that would be Mediterranean. That would be your Vikings and your barbarians. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, y'all effed up when y'all taught black people how to read, didn't you? God darn it, y'all can't shut them smart, intellectual black mother suckers up. And you never will, pimpin'. You never will. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
With any extra land made available for settlement. To decide who was qualified, they created the Dawes Rolls, official list of tribal members. It sounds organized, but things quickly got complicated. Those allotments weren't just patches of ground. They held value, timber, grazing fields, even oil in some regions. And where there's value, people always find ways to get in on it.
Don't they?
The term $5 Indians comes from a scheme where some individuals, often settlers with no tribal ties, paid small bribes, typically around $5, to get on those rolls. Their goal? To claim land allotments. It was fraud, no doubt, and it happened more than you'd hope. You've got no tribal ancestry, but you got $5 and a friend who knows a shady enrollment official. You slip that cash under the table and maybe claim a distant native grandma that no one...
Ain't that how them Spanish people's getting them CDLs too to drive them trucks over here? Y'all are not who you say you are. We know the truth. Y'all just listen. Even Elizabeth Warren talking about she Indian. You not Indian. That's just a $5 Indian act. That is a pretending not an Indian. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. Oh, y'all gonna hate me today, boy. Y'all gonna hate me today. I told y'all I woke up on it today, boy. I woke up on it today. Y'all gonna be angry today, boy. But I ain't trying to ruffle nobody, fellas, like I don't like you or nothing. I love everybody. I just love the truth more. Right, Pocahontas. Right. See, that's why I rock with TT. TT, you my guy, man. Race ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. We about the truth, man.
No one can verify, and bam, you're on the list. Suddenly, you're allotted 160 acres that should have gone to an actual tribal member. Some estimates say that a few hundred to around 1,000 people pulled this off, especially in the 5 civilized tribes: Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole.
All black. All black. Get it, y'all? All black. All black. Get it, y'all? So you want to know when an Indian became white looking? Doing the $5 Indian act. Oh, I'm schooling them today. Oh, I'm schooling them today. Yo, boy, y'all they gonna like me today, boy. Y'all they gonna like me today, boy. I'm telling y'all they gonna like me today, boy. Y'all should have never made this internet. This is fun. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
200 to around 1,000 people pulled this off, especially in the 5 civilized tribes: Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole. The corruption wasn't subtle. Court records from the era show officials caught taking bribes, forged documents.
Boiling, hey, listen, y'all. Look. Boiling frog is like arguing with a Christian. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much proof you give them, it's not even a black person saying this. And I'm letting the video speak. It's not even me saying it. Boiling frog say, let all the hatred out. I don't hate anyone. I hate that y'all had to come disrupt people's way of life and take things that didn't belong to you. You know what I'm saying? I hate that y'all put all this lie out here and called it his story. Yeah, you're right. It's his story. It's not ours. You're mad because I'm telling our story. What I'm doing is debunking hatred and racism. And racism spawned on hatred. And who brought that to the country? Drum roll, as Gotti would say. You guys, the European. You just don't like the truth. What do you want from me? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. You guys can't handle it. You can't handle it. But you handle white supremacy well. You handle white privilege great. You handle entitlement exceptionally well. But you can't handle the truth. You never could handle the truth. Never could handle the truth. Never could tell the truth. Never could keep your hands off of things that didn't belong to you. We still watching y'all colonize right now today in 2026. What do you call Venezuela? Don't worry. I'll wait. Let's go. Let's go. But the chickens are coming home to roost because what do you call what's going on in Minnesota right now? Let's go.
And even fake testimonies. One guy, a lawyer and eventual U.S. Senator named Napoleon Bonaparte Moore, got busted for enrolling over 500 fake Indians, all for profit. The going rate? You guessed it, about $5 a head. It's almost comical until you realize the cost. Real Native families lost land, heritage, and wealth to these schemes. And here's the kicker. The Dole's Rolls weren't just about land. They became the official record of tribal identity.
Right.
Even today, some tribes use...
How am I racist if the white man is saying it? How? That makes you racist for calling me racist, and it also makes you a liar, and you're sticking to your guns and your culture how you always do. You always lie. You always play the victim card. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We just take it $5, y'all. $5, y'all. $5. So when we told y'all they stole land, they auctioned this land off to Western settlers, those colonizers, for $5. Our land that they stole, native land, indigenous land. The truth is coming out. They don't like it. The truth is coming out. I say they don't like it. Why bring up history? You can't change it. What about modern slavery? No, what about history? Why do you always fare away from it? Let's let the truth be told. I'm addressing it because it's his story and I'm telling our story. If you don't like what's being talked about, sir, you can exit with all due disrespect intended. I just said it in a respectful way. Real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk. Grand Rising Pepsi Cola, Grand Rising Pepsi Cola. How you doing, Pepsi? You need some ice with that Pepsi? Immortal technique. Let the truth be told. We acknowledge it. Slavery was wrong. We learned by it. No, you didn't. Where them reparations at? Why you still living off generational wealth, but you think it's wrong to pay reparations? Why are you still spending that money generated through your family, through slavery, but you're not giving back? You don't understand. You were just getting upset because history was being told. Now you're saying that you understand. Now, I think you may have the mentality to understand. I don't perceive you as a bad person at all. But I'm going to go off your content of character. Now you're saying you understand. You didn't learn by it because you didn't correct any of it. If we're indigenous to this land, you're still letting other people come over here. You're still giving them federal bonding. You're still giving them housing. You're still giving them loans. You're still letting them own businesses. You're still piling them up in our black neighborhoods. You ain't learned. You ain't learned. You ain't corrected it. No, you have not. And you ain't gonna ruin this message today either, man. We're gonna keep this thing flowing. Y'all get biggest complainer out of here, please.
Use them to determine membership. So those $5 Indians didn't just steal property, they muddled the waters of who's really part of a tribe. The ripple effects were huge. By the time the Dole's Rolls closed in 1907, over 2/3 of tribal land, about 90 million acres, had been transferred out of native hands. The $5 Indians were just one piece of the puzzle, but they highlight how greed and systematic flaws screwed over entire communities.
Vita, speak on that, Vita. Speak on that, Vita. Speak on that. Vita say, how are these people coming over, getting loans for brick and mortar stores, for taco shops, and not pay? Vita, man, salute, Vita. We gonna tell the truth here, man. We gonna cook. We gonna cook. I don't do this for people to like me, man. I do this for the people who wake up wondering the same things I wonder. You know what I'm saying? Why people won't speak up. Why people won't speak up. I'm going to speak up. If I don't get my flowers after I'm dead and gone, so what? So what? But you can't say a lot about nothing because everything I'm giving you, you can actually do the research and find it. Everything I've told you so far, I've went on the internet and played it for you. It's just that easy for you too if you really want to know the truth. It's really that easy. It's really that easy. Y'all get y'all blocks up today. Y'all get y'all blocks up. Y'all better look like Shaquille O'Neal with the blocks. Y'all better look like Wemby with the blocks today. Huh? You better look like David Robinson with the blocks today. Huh? You better look like LeBron with the chase down blocks today. Y'all better get them trolls today because we gonna cook today. They ain't gonna ruin this. They ain't gonna ruin this. You know what I'm saying? You know, see, y'all didn't know about the $5 Indian Act? Y'all didn't know? Y'all thought I was just being racist? Y'all really didn't know about that? It sounds racist, yes, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know about the $5 Indian Act? Mortine says, effing facts. How the F is that even possible, y'all? And he's got these mad emojis. Man, I don't get on here and lie, man. I could back up anything I say. Y'all just mad because I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just mad because I'm saying it. And I gave y'all a white guy saying it. Damn, give me the benefit of the doubt.
Families whose ancestors survived forced relocation, like the Trail of Tears, now watch their land shrink again. This time to con artists with a few coins. It's not all ancient history either. The term $5 Indian still pops up today, sometimes as a jab at people claiming native ancestry without proof. You've probably seen it, the old, oh, my great-grandma was a full-blooded Cherokee princess line, but they have no evidence. Most of those that say this have roots in Appalachia and are not connected to the $5 Indians. But for a tiny fraction of those making this claim, the story traces back to these frauds. The term
realize they made it so easy for these people under the $5 Indian Act. You only had to say fraudulently that you had at least 2% Indian in you. 2% Indian. Pocahontas. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas. But they're not the real Indians. TT, you're right, but they're not the real Indians.
$5 Indian is now used for anyone thinking that they're native, even if their family stories don't trace back to this illegal land grab. It's a catchphrase for all those that are part of the wannabe tribe and the pretending.
Y'all, I got to stop that for a minute. I want to let it play, but y'all, I got to stop for a minute. I want y'all to welcome Macent, M-A-C-E-N-T. I want y'all to welcome him to the moderator family. Because this brother came in speaking facts. Brother, sister, I'm not sure who they are. This individual came in speaking facts, though. Salute to you. Welcome to the moderator family. Welcome to the tribe. Hit your like button. Hit your subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so you can be here to spit them facts and keep things cordial. They came in and said they replaced the true natives with pale faces. It don't get no more explanative than that. Come on. It don't get no more explanative than that. Let's go. Let's go up in this thing, man. We gonna cook today. Let's run them likes up. We gonna get, if you hit that like button, it brings more people into the conversation. If we bring more people in, we're either gonna have more people to agree with us, or we can have more people that we can teach today. I just seen somebody else say that they trace their lineage, and it doesn't go. Hold on. Kip2 says, my bloodline comes from Wyoming, Tetona. I can't trace my DNA anywhere else. See, so we can't let people lie to us. Pepsi Cola, they said at Mason, the truth is the truth anyhow. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go, man. Let's go. Right, I saw that privilege comment by Boiling too. I saw it too. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. 23andMe is bankrupt. Get you a lawyer. Hey, let's go, man. They get mad when the truth come out. Let's go.
And for the tribes, it's a sore spot. Enrollment is sacred. It's about culture and belonging, not just paperwork. When outsiders gained the system, it didn't just take the land. It messed with identity. There's a flip side, too. Some descendants of $5 Indians argue that they're legit. Maybe great-grandpa did have a tiny bit of native blood, but without solid records, it's a tough sell. And the tribes get to decide, not the government or some online DNA test. So what's the lesson here? The $5 Indian story is a unique glimpse into a larger tale, how America's land policies reshape lives and legacies in unexpected ways. It's a reminder that history can be messy, unfair, and downright bizarre. Next time you hear someone toss around that phrase $5 Indian, you'll know that it is more than a quirky saying. It's a symbol of a hustle that changed the map. So, now we know about the $5 Indians. What do you think?
What do you
Have
think?
you heard this term before?
Have you?
What are your thoughts about the history of it all? Do you have any personal stories of the impact of the matter? We'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. Make sure that you subscribe, as we are proud to share this information with all of you.
Oh, we putting that truth out there today, aren't we? Aren't we putting that truth out there today? Aren't we? Wait a minute, but we ain't done. We not done. See, I keep telling y'all. Y'all believe them old public school books, they lied to y'all. Y'all believe them Bibles, they lying to y'all. Listen, I don't live under that conviction. I don't have that fear. I fear not knowing. So I move around. I get that knowledge, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. They ain't gonna tell y'all the truth. Y'all wanna know why they moving all them stuff out of the museums and stuff? Huh? Because they keep trying to reclassify, trying to reshape history. Man, we gonna get it today. 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 There's this one. Hold on. Let's see. We gonna get it today. Oh, y'all didn't believe me, huh? Y'all didn't believe me, huh? We gonna get
These
it today.
boots are made from a
Y'all didn't
single
believe me,
piece
huh?
of premium American leather tanned
Watch
in
this.
Pennsylvania.
We
They're
ain't
built to
done.
last. The leather.
Remember I told y'all about all them lakes and stuff they flooded? Remember how I told you they drowned us out? We ain't done. Y'all go to Black Culture Unlocked and subscribe. Go to Black Culture Unlocked and subscribe. Let's go.
Imagine standing near a quiet, peaceful lake as you watch the sunset fall into the calm waters. It's tranquil, almost serene, until you realize the dark secret that's hidden beneath the beautiful surface. What if I told you that an entire city is beneath those waters? You heard me right. Not just any town, but a Black community that was once silence. This isn't some haunting historical tale from the past, but the reality of over 200 Black cities across the United States. These cities were places where Black families who came fresh from the horrors of slavery dared to dream of a better future. They built an entire town that had homes, schools, and businesses that stood as symbols of hope and resilience. But what happened next is shocking. These communities became targets of resentment and destruction. The supremacy didn't just want to suppress Black success, but also wanted to erase it from existence. And so, under the guise of progress, the government stepped in, flooding these communities and drowning their stories, their legacies, and their dreams beneath the waters. Why would the government do this? And how could such a deliberate act of erasure happen on such a large scale? This isn't just a story of lakes and dams, but one that was inspired by racism as a weapon against Black progress. This is a dark chapter in history that most people are not familiar with, a deliberate attempt to ensure these Black cities were wiped away and forever forgotten. In this video, we're exposing these hidden stories and bringing them to light. Get comfortable as we dive into the depths of America's water to uncover how systemic racism led to the literal and figurative drowning of Black progress. Before we dive in, like this video and subscribe.
I thought I was lying though. I thought I was lying though. If they didn't teach you this in your history class in school, hit that like button. If they did not teach you this in your history class, in that European history book, hit your like button. Come on now. Come on now. If they did not teach y'all this, hit that like button. If you didn't know nothing about this, hit that like button. That means I'm working. That means I'm working. We got to get the likes up, y'all. We got to get the likes up. Because truthfully, I ain't failed y'all yet. I'm watching all the comments that the trolls are making. And that's what's feeding me right now. And you notice I'm going to find this stuff as I'm reading your comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to find this stuff. I'm Boiling Frog, I'm going to let you stick around because I think we going to sway you to the truth. See, sin is believing. You have to make people uncomfortable in order to get change. In order to get change. Y'all think we just run around saying this stuff on some pro-Black supremacist, Pan-African bull crap? No, we're saying it because it is the truth. It is the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is the truth. And I'm putting it out there. I don't subscribe to nothing less than the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can call me an idiot all day. You an idiot. I'm showing it to you. I'm giving it to you. And you're still denying it. That makes you a racist idiot. The B-Rain. Oh, see? Uh-oh, I gotta get these comments. Y'all snapping. Kip2 say, how dare they? They got me effed up now. They have tried everything, but today, sir, you got me all in. Good for us not reading our own history and so uncomfortable right now. Let's talk real talk here. But black people don't like politics. So they're able to do this stuff and hide it from you. I love politics. I love history. So I don't, this is what I do, y'all. I keep telling you, I live alone. I have nothing better to do with my time. I'm not going to turn on my camera and sit here and lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get Mogu out of here, please. Get Mogu out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get Mogu out of here, y'all. We ain't going to entertain it. Look, they can't handle the truth. Let me give y'all some more knowledge, though. See, they ain't teach y'all this in school. They ain't teach y'all this in school.
Subscribe to this channel. Let's dive in. To truly understand what led to the drowning of these black cities, we must first know what they represented: resilience, innovation, and hope. After the Civil War, when the slaves became free, black Americans found themselves in a tight situation. Freedom had been declared, but equality was far from reality. Many former slaves and their descendants sought refuge in building their community where they could excel and be free from the oppression of the whites. From the late 19th century to the early 20th.
No, not now. Not now. Not now.
These black communities had made significant progress. Some towns like Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is popularly known as Black Wall Street, and Eatonville, Florida, rose as beacons of success. Beyond being residential settlements, they were centers of innovation. Schools were established, businesses prospered, and black Americans proved that they could achieve greatness despite the odds stacked against them and the challenges that dropped their back to the ground.
Longing for lazy summer days in Santorini.
Yeah, they gonna be angry, y'all. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all wonder how I get on here and say, cause I don't live in that fear. I know the truth, man. Yes, the truth hurts, but the truth is the truth.
Success did not just pass by like the wind. It attracted the interest of the whites, and it became a threat. White neighbors became envious, and a deeply ingrained belief in black inferiority and a growing resentment. How could a people they once enslaved now exceed them in wealth, education, and influence? Systemic racism became a lifestyle. The same government that promised freedom and justice for the people began to create laws and policies designed to frustrate the...
Brucey. Now, brother, I'm letting you stick around, brother. And I really don't think you're a bad person. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think you're a bad person. But this really bothers you. I see that. He's just preaching what he's choosing to, which isn't wrong, but to make the argument about race and not culture is wrong, he keeps using words like white and black. Guess where I get it from? I get it from America. I get it from a white supremacist. I get it from a white nationalist. I get it from white privilege. But it's not wrong when y'all use it, right? It's not wrong when y'all use it, right? Because this country was founded and built on what? Racism. How does white supremacy exist? Now you're mad because I'm giving your history to you. Boy, y'all don't like the truth, boy. Y'all don't like the truth. See, y'all don't like educated black folks. That's why I get angry when I hear black people say, oh, I don't like politics. I don't follow politics. I'm thinking in my head, you damn fool. You done been duped. You done been duped. You done been duped. That's why they can pull everything over your damn eyes, because you don't follow politics. Life is politics. When you go to that store and go grocery shopping, you're politicizing right then. You're politicking. You're spending money. You are now part of the Dow Jones. You are now part of the stock market. You are now investing. That's politics. Politics. Well, Boiling Frog, if you prefer Candace Owens because she married someone who looks like you, then have at it. Have at it. You always want to go where you have an advantage. You don't want to go where you're going to be the minority. That's your fear right now, is being the minority. I haven't said anything racist. I'm letting the audio speak for me. I'm letting the racists speak up in the comments, and instead of roasting y'all how I normally do, you're just feeding me content. I'm taking everything y'all name and say, and I'm going to find it, and I'm playing it for you. So y'all think I'm just on here spewing hatred. I'm playing it for you. Hidden truths. Hidden truths. Let's get back to our underwater cities, though.
The progress of blacks. Jim Crow laws promoted segregation and denied black citizens of their fundamental rights. These policies ensured black families couldn't buy homes in prosperous neighborhoods, sidelining them from wealth-building opportunities. Despite these barriers, black communities continued to progress. During the early 1900s, many of these towns were entirely independent. Banks owned by blacks, schools, hospitals, and churches provided everything their residents needed, but their prosperity came at a dangerous cost. They became
Bring them back,
targets.
educate them.
White supremacists.
Listen, we're not doing our job if we don't educate these people. So if you want to bring them back and educate them. You can bring Boosie back. We about that education. They need to know. They need to know. We got to get the message out. Otherwise, we're not doing the work. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing the work. You have to know politics. You have to. You could be out here electing someone who don't like you. We just discussed Joe Biden earlier. We just discussed the Democratic Party earlier. We just discussed all of that. I've been trying to open y'all eyes to religion and Christianity, white supremacy, reclassification. I'm doing the work. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. Being indigenous, I'm giving it to you. Ain't nobody else doing all this. I'm taking all this on. I don't just stay stuck in one place. If I said, I could prove it. Because I've already done the work. I've already done the work. That's why I was confident creating a channel. Because I've already done the work. I don't just read one or two things. I've been doing this for years, y'all. I first started showing signs of this at 9 years old. At 9 years old. All the reports I had to write for class and essays and all that. What do y'all think it was about? Since 9 years old. Real talk. Real talk. Let me get this right. El Messian Antoine. Thank you too, brother. I hope I ain't just messed your name up. You know what I'm saying? Can I call you EA? I'm going to call you EA. But I'm going to make you a moderator too, EA. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. We should be sitting around 85 to 90 likes right now, y'all. Let's get the message out. We could bring more people into the conversation by hitting that like button. YouTube will push this through the algorithm, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting the truth out. Everyone's not going to like our truth, but our truth isn't meant for everyone. Our truth is meant for us and other listening ears who will advocate for the truth. You know what I mean? That's how we roll. Let's go. Let's go. I see you, who cares? I understand, brother.
Unleashed acts of violence, and entire towns were burned to the ground during race massacres. As if the violence wasn't enough, they employed a new measure of destruction, one that disguised to be progress.
Get them, Gotti.
Infrastructure projects like dams, reservoirs, and lakes became tools.
Moderators, y'all better learn from Gotti. Gotti gonna use his power. See, he got the right name, Bugatti. That man move like a Bugatti when it comes to blocking people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't ready to compete with Gotti yet? Now, if we got trolls we can teach, we'll teach them. We'll be patient. But if we got trolls that's just going to come in here and do what they do, y'all, and y'all know what they do, y'all, then we get them up out of here because they're not going to disrupt class. Let's go.
Of oppression. Under the pretense of public good, governments declared eminent domain that forced black families off their land. These communities that were built on dreams and hard work were drowned and erased from the map and memory of people. What we see today as tranquil bodies of water were thriving centers of Black excellence. The question is, why hasn't history remembered them? Why were their stories given a blind eye? The answer lies in the intentional act of systemic racism. This act was determined to harm Black communities and to ensure their successes were forgotten. These cities weren't just towns, they were legacies that, despite being buried underwater, demand to rise again. The conscious drowning of Black cities across the United States wasn't just a historic accident, but a calculated act of systemic oppression. The government used eminent domain laws and infrastructure projects as cover to carry out a campaign that would erase thriving Black communities and replace them with lakes, reservoirs, and dams. Under these calm waters are the physical remnants of homes and businesses, and also the buried legacies and stories of Black resilience and progress. During the early 20th century, as the country grew, large-scale infrastructure projects became crucial to meet the demands for electricity, water, and flood control. The government used eminent domain with a claim of private property for public use as a tool to seize land. However, Black communities were disproportionately targeted, with almost no regard for their rights or any form of compensation. These projects weren't just about utility, they served a dual purpose. Under the guise of progress, Black communities were brought down to nothing, and their lands were often deemed expendable. In reality, these projects became a strategy to dismantle the economic and social backbone of thriving Black cities.
Let me stop this for a minute. All right, Chris Sakala, man, y'all can't talk about the names Black people use, man. God dog. What happened to y'all using simple names like Megan and Amber and Brooke and godly Taylor and Tyler? Now we got some, I can't pronounce their name, but Chris Koya says, so I looked up what you said about the Dawes Act, and it's true. But it's a huge leap from there to say all indigenous were Black. What I said was Blacks are indigenous to almost most lands throughout this nation. Blacks are indigenous. That is what I said. Blacks were everywhere. Blacks were already there. We were the first signs of life. Now, we can get into the mitochondrial gene later. But a Black woman can give birth to any shade of baby, any shade of human life. Eye color, hair color, skin color. Most of you got here through a mitochondrial gene. I'm not trying to get too deep, but I'm going to give you a little food for thought. I do lots of reading, lots of studying, lots of listening. Y'all, I know what I'm talking about. We can factor in pseudoscience as well. No, I don't have PhDs. I'm not a scholar. I'm just a person that reads and does the research. I don't need a piece of paper to validate what I know. I don't need that. You just validated what I know because you said you looked it up and it was true. You just validated what I know. Blacks are indigenous to almost all lands across this nation. The world is 70% melanated. So globally, the white race would be the minority. There's only about 4 or 5 white countries. Canada, America, the UK, Russia, and I think Australia would be your 5. Sat here and named them. Let's go.
An infamous example of a drowned Black city is Oscarville, Georgia, beneath Lake Lanier. During the early 1900s, Oscarville was an active Black community in Forsyth County, Georgia. It had a good number of schools, churches, and farms that were established by industrious Black families. But racial violence changed the...
Hey, Carla, you're always feeding everyone.
We don't need that. I'm proving my point. Y'all can look this stuff up the same way I'm looking up.
In 1912, after baseless accusations against Black residents, white mobs forced almost the entire Black population out of the county. They went as far as seizing their lands, and by the 1950s, the government flooded the area to create Lake Lanier. Today, the lake is a popular recreation site, but only a few visitors know it sits in a community that was destroyed by racial hatred. Another city is Boynton, Alabama. Boynton was another thriving black residential settlement that provided economic independence and a sense of community to its residents. In the mid-20th century, it was drowned to create the Walter F. George Reservoir. The families displaced by this project received little compensation, and their historic legacy was swallowed by the rising waters. Another city you didn't know about is the Tennessee Valley. During the New Deal era, the Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, was tasked with building dams and reservoirs to provide electricity and flood control. Although the projects benefited many, black communities were often given up in the process. Thousands of black families were displaced, their homes and towns flooded, while white landowners were more likely to receive fair compensation. The government not only facilitated the destruction of black cities, but actively ensured their stories were buried. Records of these communities were rarely preserved, and the descendants of displaced families were left without a voice. The establishment of these lakes and reservoirs wasn't a random act of development, but an intentional choice that prioritized white progress over black lives. In many scenarios, the displacement was accompanied by violent intimidation. Black residents were often given short notice before being evicted. Those who resisted were threatened, or even worse, just to make them comply through fear. Before the flooding of these communities, many were already under siege. Incidents of racial violence like the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre and the 1919 Red Summer created an environment where black towns became vulnerable. These communities that...
See, y'all can look this up. The Red Summer. We already know about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all can look this stuff up, man. Your school, listen, they do all this black history in school, but what they're showing y'all are what we consider to be tree rats, raccoons. They're not showing y'all the real. Y'all don't hear about Nat Turner. You don't hear about Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear about Stokely Carmichael. You don't hear about these people. You know why? Because they didn't subscribe to being an Uncle Tom, a Sambo. They really stood on business. They'll give you Martin Luther King. They'll give you Martin Luther King. They'll give you Muhammad Ali. Well, no, actually, they'll give you Cassius Clay, but they'll give you Muhammad Ali sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But Muhammad Ali stood on business. He was an icon. He was an icon. He stood on business. He knew the truth. He knew the truth. Y'all, I keep telling y'all all the time, there are so many artists, old school artists, who was telling us the truth. Sly Johnson. Y'all look this song up. Sly Johnson. Is It Because I'm Black? It's an old school song. S-L-Y. Sly Johnson. Is It Because I'm Black? Marvin Gaye. What's Going On? Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Stevie Wonder's Superstition. And then they came and Make This World a Better Place for you and for me and the entire human race. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. And in the movie Ali, that when Will Smith played the part, do y'all remember when Will Smith kept walking into that little market and there was this little light-skinned, red-boned, pretty girl with the long French braid, the long ponytail, and he always called her the pretty little Indian girl, and she was black? Do y'all remember that? That didn't draw your attention, that he called her the little Indian girl and she was black? Do y'all know Jesse Jackson is full-blooded Cherokee Indian? Did y'all know that Frederick Douglass is a Potomac Indian? Do you see their skin color? This isn't hard to believe. This is not hard to believe. They had reasons to reclassify us. They don't want us to know that we are indigenous. They don't want to pay those reparations. They know what they did. Man, I'm about to start preaching some indigenous stuff up in here, man. Let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this. Man, y'all, whew, man, let's go. Let's go.
that were once devastated by violence became easy targets for so-called progress. The drowning of black cities is one of the earliest examples of environmental racism. White communities were often spared or adequately compensated, While Blacktown...
And wait a minute. Beantown Bill, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to be a moderator because I don't mind somebody being in here to troll the trolls. You know what I'm saying? I like to roast and laugh too. Cook 'em, brother. Cook 'em. Cook 'em. Welcome to the moderator family. Hit that like button, subscribe button, put your notification bell on all, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Were disproportionately chosen for displacement. This pattern echoes today in scenarios where Black neighborhoods are subjected to harmful environmental policies and projects. When over 200 Black cities were drowned under the umbrella of progress, the consequences of the destruction went far beyond the physical effects. These weren't just towns submerged underwater, but aspirations of vibrant communities, symbols of Black resilience, and the embodiment of dreams that refused to die after centuries of enslavement. What was lost in these acts of systemic racism still haunts us today and shapes the reality of racial inequality in America. These floods robbed Black families of their wealth, land, homes, and businesses, never to be gotten back. The story of drowned Black cities is more than just a historical tragedy. This exemplifies how systemic racism used infrastructure as a weapon and destroyed the dreams and aspirations of many.
Hi there. Would you like to receive a gift?
I mean, y'all gonna keep putting this stuff in the chat, and I'm gonna keep showing you proof. You're gonna keep putting this stuff in the chat, and I'm gonna keep showing you proof. Well, let me pop my zits. It's a hair bump, idiot. Men usually get those after we shave, idiot. So it's not a zit, it's a hair bump, idiot. Thank you, it's very classy. I'm glad you noticed. If I was trying to hide it, I wouldn't have did it on camera. I don't have anything to hide. Let's go. You need to be paying attention to this audio. Don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to the audio. Oh, look like Gotti done got a body. Gotti, you want to go ahead and handle... oh, you already got her. You already got her, huh? You already got her. You already got her. That's why America is filled with Fenty, barbaric cultures, invasions, and stupid emotional people. I guess truth hurts. Exactly, y'all. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? All right. Black, Pumunki, Pamunki. Listen, I want to mess that up. You know what I'm saying? But you tried. Respect. My man say here to support. You know what I'm saying? Here to support. No, we ain't getting off track. We going to be on it. I already got more stuff cooking. We on this. You know what I'm saying? We on this. But I like to take a break and read the chat sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know? But we on it. We on it. Homestead Act. Let's go.
Welcome to Hip Hughes History. How you doing? Welcome to the show. We're going to hit you up with some Homestead Act. 1862, baby. How's that? Check it out.
There you go. The Homestead Act, 1862. But I really don't want to use him because he's got this music playing and I don't want YouTube to flag me. You know what I mean? But we'll try it.
High school student, whether you're a lifelong learner, cray-cray on the internet, we got a little bit of teaching if you're ready to do a little bit of the learning. So giddy up. So here we go. The Homestead Act is a really great example of, get this vocab word, economic nationalism. When the federal government takes certain actions through legislation, or sometimes executive action, in order to sweeten the pot in terms of the economy, in order to kind of expand it using the hand of the government. The Homestead Act was originally developed as a free soil idea. The Free Soil Party predates the Republican Party. And really, this is a bunch of Northerners who are trying to find a way to make sure that as we move westward, that we have free land rather than slave land, because it's good for the economy, it's good for immigration, it's good for jobs. So Abraham Lincoln was a member of the Free Soil Party, but they couldn't get any of their ideas through. You want to know why? Who do you think don't like immigrants and people moving out of the South? Yeah, it would be the Southerner. So with a split Congress, a Southern-Northern legislature, you can't do that.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Until the Civil War. So the Homestead Act is signed by Abraham Lincoln, and it's passed by a Northern Republican Congress because there ain't no Southerners in there during the Civil War. And it goes into actions. Here's what it does. Number one, 160 acres of kind of federal unappropriated land was up for basically a giveaway. So there's a couple.
160 acres. Again, this was not land that belonged to them. No, I haven't been to California. But this was not land that belonged to them. Again, this is confiscated land that the government took, took management of, took control of.
Rules we'll go over, but that's a lot of land. We want to, in a sense, kind of advocate. It's called, you ready for a really cool vocab word? Are you ready? The Iman farmer. Kind of this it's really like a medieval idea that people should be able to be kind of like the king of their own castle, to cultivate their own land, to have that type of ownership, which gives rise to...
Let's get those likes up, y'all. We learning today. I can almost guarantee a lot of people didn't know about this stuff, man. I talk to people every day on a daily basis, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get them likes up, y'all. We should be over 100 likes. We should be over 100 likes. The record is 155. You know what I mean? What? Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right. Manage it, stole it. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to be delicate with my words because people think that I'm targeting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. I'm not. But I need to see those lights come up, y'all, because I'm working. I'm eligible for monetization. I'm just doing damage control on my platform before I hit that button. You know what I mean? I don't work too hard to be my own blessing blocker, y'all. But this is going to be my way of life, my breadwinner, y'all. So we going to build, we going to build. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be here, and all my moderators going to be here, and we going to grow together. And if we can really build this thing up, y'all, I'm trying to employ people. I'm trying to send y'all something for helping me. I'm trying to keep it 1,000. It ain't about me making my money. It's about the tribe making their money. We all are to come up. We all are on the grind. So if this is our team, you know what I'm saying? If I get on here and I call your handle and I say, call this number, I'm trying to talk business with you and put you on. I'm trying to make you part of the team. So I plan on coming back for those moderators. You know what I'm saying? I plan on coming back for those moderators. I need y'all to help me build. We got to get over 100 in likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We need subscribers. Let's go. We need likes. We need people to share these videos. We're only telling the truth. We're only telling the truth, y'all. We're only telling the truth. And it's about time somebody graced the internet without being a grifter, without being a tetherer, without an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And just tell the truth. I have nothing to lose but a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing to lose but a YouTube channel, y'all. I don't care about the money. But would it be sufficient to take care of my children, to present a better lifestyle so I can let this government crap go and give it back to them whether I'm disabled or not? I got a vision, y'all. I ain't trying to be stuck on this crap for life. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding a better way. If I can't work because the doctors say I can't work and I'm going to be stuck home, then there's other ways to make my money. There's other resources. There's other ways to evolve. You know what I'm saying? It's other ways to evolve. But let's go. We need them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? We need them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
A good economy and opportunity over the long run. But here are the rules, all right? You only got 3 rules. Number 1, you can't be at war against the United States of America. It's probably a pretty good idea. So if you're a Southern rebel, you can't get the free land because, you know, you're kind of shooting at Union soldiers. Number 2, you had to be 21, and this included anybody who was free. So women, they were able to get the land. Freed blacks, freed slaves, they were able to get the land. And of course, immigrants, white men, they're able to get the land too. As long as you were the head of the household, you were 21, and you were willing to go work the land. All right, this isn't like you know, some kind of landlord scheme where you could get the free land and then, you know, lease it out. You have to actually go live there, and you have to upkeep it, and you have to farm. After 5 years, the land is yours. So those are the rules. 21, head a household, 160 acres, farm the land, baby. And then after 5 years, cha-ching, you got a home. I'm always thinking Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, shout out to Michael Landon. So there you go, Abraham Lincoln. It really shows the roots of the Republic.
Now, now I'm gonna hit y'all where it hurts. We really ready to learn this morning? Are we really ready to wake up and learn this morning? Because, sometimes you got to save the best for last. You know what I'm saying? You got to save the best for last. Got to save the best for last. Are we really ready to learn this morning? Huh? I need those likes up. Because I'm really finna put y'all on one. And this is really going to piss you off more than race. I'm telling you, fair warning. This is going to piss you off more than race. More than race. This going to touch your soul. I need them likes up. I need them likes up. Sometimes you got to save the best for last. And I don't know what YouTube will violate me for, community guidelines, so I'm taking some risks right here. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on with it. Come on with it. I need them likes up, y'all. We only on 88, y'all. We only on 88. I should be close to 100 likes. I know there's at least 20 people in this chat that has not hit that like button. I know it beyond a shadow of a doubt. 11 more. I need 11 more likes. And I'm finna really get y'all where I'm finna touch your soul. I'm telling you. I'm finna have you mad at your parents. I'm finna have you mad at your parents. Y'all give me just a minute. I give y'all time to get those likes up. Y'all give me just a minute. Important call. Good morning. Hey, I hope we got those likes up. I'm finna hurt your soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna have y'all mad at your parents, your grandparents. I'm finna have y'all mad at everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna have y'all mad at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we only got 88 likes. We're only got 88 likes. Thank you. I'm only here to give you truth, man. And I'm telling you, I'm always gonna give you the resources to go find this stuff. Most people hit the internet and talk and came back up. I'm giving it to you. That's why I play a lot of these audios. And with that being said, Chuck Weiler, he goes, yeah, the Racial Integrity Act of 1924 was a big one. It was. I'm gonna make you a moderator. At least you learned today and you can tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you are a moderator, you are obligated to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Come in here and put that work in, keep it cordial, drop some knowledge, you know what I'm saying? We all know stuff. I'm not the only one. We all know stuff. That's why I read comments. Y'all teach me stuff through your comments. Don't ever think that I don't write stuff down or, you know what I'm saying, look at comments and remember things and go back and look it up. You know what I'm saying? I only see 89 likes. I don't see 90. I need 11 more likes, y'all, because I'm doing the work. Well, maybe this right here get them likes up. This right here may take away some of those likes too. But let's get it. We always want to talk about the Democratic Party, right? We always want to talk about the Democratic Party, right? Huh? We always want to talk about the Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party has fought against every major civil rights initiative and has a long history of discrimination. The Democratic Party defended slavery, started the Civil War, opposed Reconstruction, founded the Ku Klux Klan, imposed segregation, perpetrated lynchings, and fought against the Civil Rights Acts of the 1950s and 1960s. In contrast, The Republican Party was founded in 1854 as an anti-slavery party. Its mission was to stop the spread of slavery into the new Western territories with the aim of abolishing it entirely. This effort, however, was dealt a major blow by the Supreme Court in the 1857 case Dred Scott versus Sandford.
Look
The
it
court
up.
ruled that slaves aren't citizens.
Come on, y'all. Let's get the likes up, man. A brother working, bro. A brother working. A brother working, y'all. I'm a single man. I could be doing so many other bachelor type things with my life right now, but that's not me, man. I fend for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I fend for knowledge, and sometimes I want to share that knowledge. You know, we can't get those likes up. I'm only seeing 89 likes on my end. I'm seeing 90 in the chat. I'm only seeing 89. You know what I'm saying? I'm only saying 89. Hey, Gotti, I appreciate your loyalty, bro. And I don't take that for granted. Like, I really appreciate that. Now I'm seeing 88 likes, so someone took one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're trying to hit the like, but there I knew someone's trying to hit the like button and make sure they hit it. All right, Kip2 says, lefties liberals has not in common with us, but we have been imprisoned by them. Why? Oh, we're going to get into all of that, but I need those likes to come up, y'all. I need those likes to come up. You know what I'm saying? I realize I'm hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I realize that really that's why I am single, because in my line of work, it can cause hatred. And I don't want to endanger a woman. I don't want to endanger children. If someone wants to come after me for putting the truth out there, I'd rather them come after me. Don't endanger my loved ones. So that's why I choose to stay single as well, because of the type of work that I subscribe to. You know what I mean? Our first job as a man is to protect. You know, so I've got to protect those women and those children by not having them around in my line of work. Let's do.
Their property. The 7 justices who voted in favor of slavery, all Democrats. The 2 justices who dissented, both Republicans. The slavery question was, of course, ultimately resolved by a bloody civil war.
Did y'all hear that? Let me rewind that again. Listen to the judges. Listen. Listen.
The court ruled that slaves aren't citizens, they're property. The 7 justices who voted in favor of slavery, all Democrats. The 2 justices who dissented, both Republicans. The slavery...
Republicans said no, and 7 justices said yes. 7 Democratic justices said yes to slavery. Are we getting this, black people? Because it goes back to LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. Are we getting this, black people? Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button, please. Oh, we going to learn today. We going to learn today. Let's go.
Question was, of course, ultimately resolved by a bloody civil war. The commander-in-chief during that war was the first Republican president, Abraham Lincoln, the man who freed the slaves. 6 days after the Confederate Army surrendered, John Wilkes Booth, a Democrat, assassinated President Lincoln. Lincoln's vice president...
Y'all keep saying the party's flipped. I have found that to be a myth. Every time I look that up, it is debunked. I don't put any faith in that, and I'm tired of people making those excuses just to subscribe to the Democrats. People make excuses just to subscribe to Christianity. You're going to make any excuse you can just to subscribe to whatever it is that you like. But it doesn't change the truth. So, Matrix 21, hey, kudos. I'm reading your comment. No shade against you. It's all love. But every time I look that up, it is debunked. It is debunked. It is debunked. So I haven't heard anything about switching parties. It has not been proven. It has not been proven. It's mythological every time I look it up.
President, a Democrat named Andrew Johnson, assumed the presidency. But Johnson adamantly opposed Lincoln's plan to integrate the newly freed slaves into the South's economic and social order. Johnson and the Democratic Party were unified in their opposition to the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, the 14th Amendment, which gave blacks citizenship, and the 15th Amendment, which gave blacks the vote. All three passed only because of universal Republican support.
Let me clear something up in the chat here. B. Rotha D says, answer the question. Look up David Duke and see that he is a Trump supporter. We all know that. I knew that. You're right. You're right. All right, who cares says, Kip, I'm learning too and breaking free of a life programming that isn't easy but necessary in my opinion. I seek truth, not stories. You know what I'm saying? Who cares says, I learned a bunch here. Thank you, who cares? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And I want to draw everybody's attention. Who cares is a long-time subscriber. Who cares has been around forever. You know what I'm saying? Forever. Forever. So when I tell you who cares has really been rocking out with me, even before I started to grow and got this number of subscribers, who cares has been there.
During the era of Reconstruction, federal troops stationed in the South helped secure rights for the newly freed slaves. Hundreds of black men were elected to Southern state legislatures as Republicans, and 22 black Republicans served in the U.S. Congress by 1900. The Democrats did not elect a black man to Congress until 1935. But after Reconstruction ended, when the federal troops went home, Democrats roared back into power in the South. They quickly reestablished white supremacy across the region with measures like black codes, laws that restricted the ability of blacks to own property and run businesses, and they imposed poll taxes and literacy tests used to subvert black citizens' right to vote. And how was all of this enforced? By terror, much of it instigated by the Ku Klux Klan, founded by a Democrat, Nathan Bedford Forrest. As historian Eric Foner, himself a Democrat.
Did I not tell y'all before I played this video who was the founder of that and who the first Grand Wizard was and what he was? Did I not call his whole name out? Y'all still don't know this is what I do? Huh? Y'all still don't know this is what I do? My mama always called me her chosen one. She said she knew either my mouth was going to get me in trouble or it was going to learn to tell the truth and start a movement. I learned to tell the truth, y'all. I got to try to get my toe up. Them belts hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm not spreading misinformation. Your feelings are hurt, Nico. Your feelings are hurt. Your feelings are hurt. Your feelings are hurt.
Notes. In effect, the Klan was a military force serving the interests of the Democratic Party. President Woodrow Wilson, a Democrat, shared many views with the Klan. He resegregated many federal agencies and even screened the first movie ever played at the White House, the racist film, The Birth of a Nation, originally entitled The Klansman.
I know what I know.
A few decades later, the only...
I know what I know. I'm beating her saying it. This is how much research I do, y'all. I know what I know. I can validate me. You know what I'm saying? My intellect validates me. I know what I know, man. Let's go.
Serious congressional opposition to the landmark Civil Rights Act of 1964 came from Democrats. 80% of Republicans in Congress supported the bill. Less than 70% of Democrats did. Democratic senators filibustered the bill for 75 days until Republicans mustered the few extra votes needed.
Let me address this real quick. Let me address this. When it came down to Trump and Kamala, Kamala's family owned slaves. All right, her father owned slaves. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to forcing a whole trans agenda on people and taking rights away from their parents when it comes to their children and all of that. You know what I mean? So at the time, yeah, I'd rather have Trump because we already had Trump before and we know what Trump is about. So when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. So yes, the first 90 days and through the campaign, I supported Trump. But when Trump took that hard little racist little left turn he took, I can't subscribe to that. Now, parts of me still like some things about Trump. Trump knows how to find money. Trump has balls. Trump will stand on it. A man should stand on it. You know what I'm saying? But he's just, Trump comes from a Jim Crow era, man. A Jim Crow era. So I stand on the truth. I stand on the truth. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to kick anyone out of here just because they come in here putting Trump up. I'm not going to kick somebody out of here if they come in here putting up Obama. I don't care what y'all believe. You know what I'm saying? That's not my interest in being here. I know we all different. If that's your team, that's your team. Y'all can look behind me and tell I like the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? That's my team. So I'm not here to change your team. I'm just here to give you some insight and some education. So no matter what you believe in or who you rock with, it's not going to change who I am towards you. I'm not going to treat you any different. We're supposed to be different, and that's what makes us unique in the end. All right, let's get back to this because I have to go ahead and handle some business after this, y'all. I got to handle some business. We can't get 9 more likes, y'all. 9 more likes.
Needed to break the log jam. And when all of their efforts to enslave blacks, keep them enslaved, and then keep them from voting had failed, the Democrats came up with a new strategy. If black people are going to vote, they might as well vote for Democrats. As President Lyndon Johnson was purported to have said about the Civil Rights Act, I'll have them voting Democrat for 200 years. So now, the Democratic Party prospers on the votes of the very people it has spent much of.
I don't rock with Trump. I don't rock with Trump. I also don't subscribe to the LGBTQ stuff. If that's your life, live your reality. But when Tim Walsh was talking about putting tampons in public bathrooms, in boys' public schools, when they were talking about taking rights away and making sanctuary states for kids underage who want to be transgender, binary and non-binary, and saying it's more than 2 genders. No, I can't rock with that. That is evil. That's a special type of evil. See, Trump can mess around and get impeached. You can't impeach someone who's already showing you that they're going to flood the nation with immigrants, that they want everyone to be a Caitlyn Jenner, when you should have been Bruce, what his name is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever his name is. No, it's not right. You got kids around here taking hormone pills, and these kids can't even make a decision yet on what they want to be. How many people around here rocking tattoos that you got when you was young, and now that you older, you wish you would have never got that tattoo, but it's stuck on you now and you can't change it? You know what I'm saying? Trump is just a man. Trump is going to suffer for all the evil things he's doing. But Trump comes from that era, y'all. Trump comes from that same Joe Biden era, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, y'all. Real talk. So I don't rock with none of that. But if I had to pick the best of the 2 evils, I'm going to go with Trump all day. Still not in support of what he's doing. I just rather have Trump than have Kamala Harris.
Much of its history oppressing. Democrats falsely claim that the Republican Party is the villain, when in reality, it's the failed policies of the Democratic Party that have kept blacks down. Massive government welfare has decimated the black family. Opposition to school choice has kept them trapped in failing schools. Politically correct policing has left black neighborhoods defenseless.
Wait a minute, Cyclippy. Wait a minute, Cyclippy. You're telling someone they don't understand what gender is. There's only 2 genders. And yes, sex and gender is the same thing. Unless you can identify as a butterfly, a buffalo, a raccoon, or a pink bunny, it is the same thing. That is mental health speaking. Be careful, Cyclippy, because I would hate to take that moderate badge from you. I can't subscribe to that, and you're not going to pass that misinformation on in my life. You're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? They are the same. Gender, male. Sex, male. What you're trying to say is what you subscribe to as the sex would be the gender. I know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? That's where your pronouns come in at. I know what you're saying. That's just how y'all hijacked it and changed it. but essentially it is the same thing. Regardless of whether you're a gay male or a gay heterosexual male, you're still a male. You're just a homosexual male. So there's still only two genders, like there's two sexes.
It's against violent crime. So when you think about racial equality and civil rights, which political party should come to mind? I'm Carol Swain, professor of political science and law at Vanderbilt University for Prager University. Thanks for watching. To keep our videos free, click here.
I have to hit the road soon, but Cyclippy, Cyclippy, brother, I got to take this moderator badge from you because I can't have people in here giving those type of mistruths. We have children to raise. We have truths to tell. Now, if that's your opinion, that's fine, but that's not factual. And we're not in representation of that. That is how you feel. If I woke up today and wanted to convince myself that I was a rich, white, 70-year-old man, the world is not going to let me live that down. The world will remind me that I'm black. And my bank account will remind me that I'm definitely not rich. But if you want to live that reality, live that reality. But there is no way that you're going to sit here and tell people, you know what I'm saying? There's no way. Gotti, you got to somehow, I got to somehow get your number. I gave you my email. Email me your number, brother. Email me your number. Email me your number, brother. We are gods. That's God with the lowercase z, not an S. We are gods 2018 at yahoo.com. Because we definitely need to link up, Gotti. Definitely need to link up. You know what I'm saying? And I need to link up with TT. I need to link up with Kip too. It's a lot of y'all moderators I need to link up with because I plan on making y'all part of the show. I was just talking to my cousin about it, and she knows how to bring all of us together on the same panel. So I'm trying some things. I'm trying to network to get y'all on because I want a panel. If I could have like a panel of 8 people, you know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna run. I want a panel. So I'm trying to broaden this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not mad at you for blocking him. I'm not. That's why I took the badge from him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I took the badge from him. But we got to do better than this. That was, see, you just never know people. All right, you say check my email. Check my email. I can't right now because I'm using one of my phones and then I'm using the other one here. You know what I mean? But I will. I will. Who cares? You don't even have to show your face, brother. I can validate you real. You one of my longest reigning subscribers. Do y'all realize Who Cares? Check me if I'm wrong. But I remember Who Cares telling me that he's a 70-year-old white man who lives in Alaska. Is that correct? Correct, Who Cares? You know what I'm saying? You keep saying to look things up. Please look up intersex people and educate yourself. I don't have to educate myself on intersex because there's only 2 sexes. The choice you make within your sexuality is your business. No, I'm white. I live in Oklahoma. It was somebody else I was talking to then. But anyways, Who Cares says he's white, he lives in Oklahoma, and he turned 55. Oh, happy birthday. Hey, y'all put happy birthday to Who Cares in the chat, man. I did not say a woman and a man is the same thing. I did not say a woman and a man is the same thing. I said a heterosexual male or a homosexual male is the same thing. It's still a male. They just made a choice within their sexual base. They made a decision to go outside. You see what I'm saying? That's a decision. It still doesn't mean you're not a man. It means you're a homosexual man, an effeminate man, a feminine man, the opposite of heterosexual. But you're still a man. I'm not going to look at a man, no matter how feminine he is, and let society force me to call that man a woman when he wasn't that at birth. Hence, Michelle Obama. I had to say it. I had to say it. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to you, brother. Happy birthday to you. You know what I'm saying? When you're born with both parts, like Lady Gaga, that's called a hermaphrodite. That's called a hermaphrodite. Energetically speaking, they're both receivers. Y'all ain't gonna get me bad, man. Y'all ain't gonna get me bad, man. Something's better left better unsaid. You can't explain that. It don't make sense, brother. What don't make sense? What don't make sense, Miracle? You know what I'm saying? What don't make sense, Miracle? All right, Key Harmony said, I think that guy was talking about hermaphrodite. They are born with two. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Jonathan Hughes, if people were about who they are and take care of their own business and stay out of other people's business, the world would be so good. Worries about yourself. Start sweeping in front of it. Listen, if you gay, or I can't say that word, if you live that life, ain't nobody stopping you, man. Live your reality. I'm just saying, don't lie to people about it. Live your reality. I'm not attacking you because you're still human. You just made a different choice. And thank you for leaving me more women to deal with. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Much obliged, much obliged. But I'm not knocking you. I'm putting the truth out there, whether it hurts or not. Whether it hurts or not. Does it make you feel better if I say a woman and a man-loving woman? How can I say this? A woman and a woman that want to be a stud. Okay, so a feminine woman and a stud is still the same thing to me. It is still a woman, except one has a heterosexual sexual preference and one has a homosexual sexual preference. It's still a woman. Still a woman. Still a woman. See, we get too obsessed with titles. Too obsessed with titles. And I'm tired of filling out all this paperwork for a doctor's appointment, and they asking you all these questions about how do you identify your sex, your gender, this, what do you want to be called? I am a boy, Damon. Damn it. I'm tired of all of that. That's more evil that have been bought and introduced into our country that has nothing to do with us. Not country, culture. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Has nothing to do with our culture. It was introduced to us. That's why I hate to see men sagging their damn pants. Do you know what you're subscribing to? Would you sag your pants in prison, locked up among other men? Would you sag your pants around those homosexual men we're talking about right now? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Whatever people believe, that's what y'all believe. And I respect that. Live your life. Only you can live your truths. You only live once. I'm not knocking you. If you're of that community, you're still human. You're still human. I'm not knocking you. It's still love. Live your life because can't no one else live it for you. But don't try to mess with people and say that there's more than two. It isn't. Scientifically and genetically, there's only two. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up, y'all, because we've been at it for a while. We're going to wrap this on up. You know, can we get those 9 likes? Miracle, no one's trying to offend you. I respect you. Let me say that to you first and foremost. No one is ever going to be disrespected on here for how they vote, for how they look, for what their sexual preference is, for none of that. We are all different. We are all different. And again, our indifferences makes us unique. So in no way, shape, or form was the ass end of this conversation, you know what I'm saying, meant to offend anyone. But I'm going to tell the truth, okay? I'm going to tell the truth. Live your life. I support you. I'm with you. You're human. I still won't let anyone mess with you. You understand what I'm saying? I respect you. There's still love there, regardless of what your sexual preference is. Your sexual preference is none of my damn business. None of my damn business. We didn't meet and bond through your sexual preference. We met and bonded through your mentality, through your character, content of your character. So nothing else matters to me, Miracle. I rock with you then, I rock with you now. But I'm still going to tell the truth. That's it. That's it. Live your life. Only you can live it. It's your life to live. It's your life to live. I support you for being human and exercising humanity. I don't give a damn how you sleep around. It's none of my business. None of my business. That still doesn't mean that you don't have a mind that can help and change the world. You still have sat here and been a part of great conversations and had great viewpoints and put great knowledge out here. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not judging you on that. I'm not judging you on that at all, Miracle. At all. At all. I still want you to be prosperous. I still know you're a great human being. So it's none of that right there. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that right. Baby Bubba, where you been, Baby Bubba? Baby Bubba. Baby Bubba. Jonathan, I've been making this sense. I don't judge people like that. See, you prejudge me is the problem. You prejudge me. And I understand living that lifestyle, I guess y'all have to be defensive. Or y'all think people come at you a lot. I'm not coming at you, man. I don't give a damn how you sleep. It's not my way of life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a damn how y'all get down in y'all bedroom. Y'all bedroom ain't none of my business. If I come to your house, I'm sitting in your living room. I ain't going to your damn bedroom. So what you do in your bedroom don't concern me. You know what I'm saying? That don't concern me at all. That's none of my damn business. That is your decision. I'm a bachelor. So if I want to bring 2, 3, 4 of them up in here, females, who's there to tell me I can't? Morally, would it be correct? Probably not. But who can tell me that I can't? You understand what I'm saying? So live your life. I don't judge you on that. I'm not going to kick somebody out because you made a different decision with your sexuality than I made with mine. People make different decisions with their religious beliefs. People make different decisions with the music they listen to, the women they date, the clothes they wear, the tag on their car, their favorite colors. Which cable company am I going to go with? People make different decisions on phone companies. If I booted everybody out of here based on what they believe or how they live, how would we build? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you do, Jonathan. I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying Jonathan lives that lifestyle. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm doing is just reiterating that I don't judge people by that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge people by that. No. I'm not Miracle. I'm not saying you either, but you did question me about the gender thing. That's why I addressed you. I'm not saying you live that lifestyle. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. All I did was answer a question. I answered comments. That's all I did. This is innocent. That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have those type of people in my family, and I love them regardless. That is my family. That is my family. So I don't hold any ill will. I don't hold any ill will. I don't know how the discussion came up, but yes, when Cyclipsy or Cy, whatever it was, said something about all of this, Miracle, you spoke up. So I addressed it. And then, what was his name right here? And then Jonathan had a comment, and I addressed it. I'm not saying anyone lives that lifestyle. It's none of my damn business. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Get money. Get women. If you're a woman, shoot. Get men. Get whatever. I don't care. I'm here for the knowledge. I'm here for the truth, man. All that other stuff is just beyond me. That's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, 5 more likes. You know what I'm saying? 5 more likes. I don't and care everybody. I don't telling me to chill out. I'll use you generally speaking. I was generally speaking. I was generally responding to comments. I don't mean anybody any harm. I can care less how people vote, how people sleep. None of that concerns me. That's none of my damn business. I don't pay y'all rent. I don't pay y'all bills. It's none of my damn business. That really don't concern me. There are so many other things to worry about in this world other than how other people choose to sleep or what they agree with this, agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But I still on that because scientifically, I can prove that there's only 2 genders. Okay? That's why I stuck to my guns with that. It's not to, man, I don't care about none of that stuff, man. Let's go. This has been an ass whooping to me. I feel like I was so foolish about my history. I needed a wake-up call. You know, we all can use that wake-up call. This whole entire nation can use that wake-up call. We just don't have enough people pushing it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have enough people pushing it. Real talk. We don't have enough people pushing it. And that's what we need. We need people who will subscribe to the truth. Stop the division. Stop the distractions. You see what I'm saying? Stop the excuses and stick to being a truth seeker and a truth speaker. That's what we need. It's not intended to be racist. The truth is the truth, and can't nothing change the truth. We can disprove a lie. You can never discredit the truth. The truth is how court cases are won. The truth is how I made it this far. The truth is what led you guys to me and what led me to you. Real talk. Real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, can we get 4 more likes? 4 more. Can we end this in 3 digits? And I want everyone in here to always respect everyone, regardless of how someone voted, regardless of the list, the music we choose to listen to, that's different, regardless of sexual preference, regardless of skin color, regardless of all of that. Let's not let anything divide us in here. Not here. Not here. Here is unity. Here is knowledge. Here is growth. Here is acceptance. Acceptance. Acceptance, y'all. I never want no one to feel like they're not at home or at peace. You know what I'm saying? No one's checking you, Miracle, and you are a moderator. So you're safe. You're safe. You're a moderator yourself, Miracle. You're safe. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? That Cyclippy dude wasn't a misunderstanding. But with you, and I keep forgetting the other guy's name, Paul or something. I was just answering a comment. It wasn't me saying that y'all live that lifestyle. It's none of my business. If you straight, kudos. If you not straight, okay, well, at least you're living your reality. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to do with your life. I can't tell you what make you happy. You know what I mean? Real talk. It's really none of my damn business. That's why I don't understand why the whole movement is out there, because it's really nobody's damn business. You know what I mean? So I don't even understand the movement, to be honest. I don't understand why it needs to be publicized. It's no one's damn business. Hell, if you're going to publicize your sexuality, you know what I'm saying, voluntarily, publicize that bank account too. Can we start with the routing number followed by the account number? You know what I'm saying? We all can use some extra cash up in here. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't care about that. 4 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. 4 more likes. And I'm going to read some comments while I'm waiting on those 4 likes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been neglecting y'all comments today. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I've been neglecting y'all comments. All right. EA says, yes, brother. Well said. Love your spirit, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kip2 says, Miracle, have a great day. All right, Miracle says, agreed, 100. Martinez got the laughing emojis and said, LOL. It ain't none of my business, man. It shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, we all freaking humans. We're all freaking humans, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're all freaking humans. We should spend less time focusing on things that divide us and more time focused on things that brings us together. You know what I mean? That's what the whole platform is put together for. And that's my agenda with my platform. I don't want anyone in here who can't agree to at least disagree, or who can't agree with someone or come together with someone because they're letting something stupid divide them. You know what I'm saying? That's asinine, y'all. That's asinine. That's asinine. All my moderators, if I ever met all my moderators, I don't care what we believe in, I don't care how different we look, I bet you we could still hold a great conversation, laugh, and chop it up, despite our indifferences. In spite of our indifferences, I bet you. I bet you it'll be a damn good time. I bet you it'll be a damn good time. I bet you, I bet you. All right. Mortine says, big facts. Who cares says division is destroying our country. So many don't see it. It's sad. And I see it right down to religion, man. That's why I have these type of protocols on my platform. It won't be sexual preference. It won't be religion. It won't be race. It won't be none of that divides us here. None of that. If we all agree to stand 10 toes down on the truth, then there should be no division in here whatsoever. Whatsoever. Thanks for education, brother. God bless. Real talk. All right, Anthony says, I'm indigenous, and in all of my photos of my people from the early 1900s, there are more blacks, whites, any color of pigment. It's not until later that my people interbred with other cultures. I don't know what you mean by your people, but I'm glad you know your history. Indifferent means you don't care either way. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. We all are different, but I'm not going to let our indifferences, I'm not going to let our differences, I guess I should say, separate us. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you didn't see any blacks, I don't think your history told you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And you started out by saying you're indigenous. You're not indigenous. We just went over the $5 Indian Act. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm unapologetic about this thing. You might want to dig a little bit further if you ain't see blacks, because we are the mecca of life, homie. I'm planning a trip to Florida this year and next year, road trip with nice rooms. The whole way there, I've been to 38 states and ready to check off another 5, 6 states. Who cares? Come on. Come on. Come on. Alaska after that. Hey, I'll try Alaska. I'll try Alaska. I'll freeze my kahunas off, but I'll try Alaska. You know what I'm saying? All right. Are black people physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually ready to run their own infrastructure without help in 2026? We have been that way since y'all came and invaded us and took our lands and destroyed our settlements in our very own countries and continents. Black Wall Street proved that as well. What type of question is that? I think the best question would be, why do white people think we need y'all to help manage us? We can manage our own. We've always managed better than you guys, which is why you guys came and took everything from us. You guys have always destroyed things. Always destroyed things. Always. What type of question is that? Are white people ready to stop colonizing and taking everything? We didn't ask for y'all to govern nothing. You can't even govern where you're from. Y'all could barely keep your hands off your own damn children in a sexual manner. And you gonna come up here with that type of question? Are black people physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually ready to run their own infrastructure without help in 2026? We could have been doing this. It's the white people that can't run these infrastructures. We're down to borderline World War III right now. And I don't care about anybody taking a like away. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to speak the truth. Johnny Walker said, yep, he definitely sounds like a $5 Indian. Thank you. I'm going to put the truth out there, man. I'm going to put the truth out there. He says he's match. Listen, those aren't indigenous tribes, my man. Indigenous to what? Indigenous to what? We're talking about indigenous black tribes. You're not indigenous to this land. If you are fair-skinned, you are not indigenous to this land. Homie, come on now. Come on now. We just covered this morning. We just covered this. I'm going to stand on the truth. I'm going to stand on the truth. We just covered this. All right, who cares says, welfare and splitting up families was the plan to destroy the family. Taking the father out of the home has destroyed the central family. Facts, facts. Our Wing says it's the Black Victimization Channel. Remember that song, Why Can't We Be Friends? Good song that was. I Win, you're a moderator. What are we talking about? This is the Victim Channel. Is that JD Vance I see right there? Bye, Iwin. Now we're victims because we're telling the truth. Anytime we bring up your history and what you guys have done, then it's us playing victory. And you wonder why the world has white fatigue. You guys cannot tell the truth. You cannot tell the truth. Let me go ahead and take your badge from you. You know what I'm saying? And then moderators, y'all can do with him what y'all may. Y'all can do with him what y'all may. Y'all can get him on out of here. All right. Anthony Sprague, it's what I don't know what all that mean, man. Attitude that keeps dividing. That's Native American. No, you're not Native. You were bought here. You traveled here. You're not a Native American. You came after reclassification. You came after everything that we just covered today. You bought your way in. You bought your way in. At least you got it for cheap. It only cost you $5. You know what I'm saying? It only cost you $5. Native American genes are not from here. It's not from here. It's made up. It's made up. It's imported and made up. It's a replacement for indigenous tribes. It is not. I don't care about your family's history. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. You're not indigenous. We weren't bought here from Africa. We're not African. We were already here. That makes us indigenous. We have nothing to do with Africa. Now, did slaves leave here? Did slave ships leave this land? Shipping slaves off to Africa and other continents and countries? Yes, that happened. But no. You ain't gonna tell that lie about we came here by boat. Y'all came by boat. Y'all came by boat. We just went over all this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna go through it with y'all. You won't come here telling that lies. You won't come in here telling that lie. We already did that. You know what I'm saying? We already did that. We already debunked all them lies. We already did that. We already done did all that. We done debunked all them lies. I've been sitting here for how many hours now going over this stuff? Huh? Now do y'all believe me? But had y'all never learned about the $5 Indian Act, y'all would have thought I was being racist. They're not indigenous. They bought into the system to feel like they're indigenous. They paid to play. That's what they did. They paid to play. It's like playing 2K26. You paid to play. You're not indigenous. You're not indigenous. We're not going to keep going over those white lies on this channel. It's not going to work. We're going to debunk that white supremacy. I just gave all y'all the knowledge today to stand on. And he's still going to walk his butt up in here and say he's indigenous. And he looked at his family, there's no blacks. Well, you must have looked at it after the $5 Indian Act. Because before then, we just went over all the black tribes and everything, man. Come on, man. But here's what they do. They got to save face. Then they say that we want to play victims. Dummies, we are the damn victims. Dummy. Trying to patronize somebody. They're taking their likes back because they're not happy now. But it's okay. We know they're Indian givers. I think that's the first time I laughed in this whole live today, man. We know they're Indian givers. We don't care. He can take his petty light back. He could put it with his whitewash history. You know what I'm saying? He could put it with his whitewash history. I don't care. I don't subscribe to that, man. I subscribe to the truth. And y'all don't think it's hard to get on here and do this? It's exceptionally hard. You're going to have trolls. You're going to have white supremacists that show up and try to debunk everything you say. But I did my work today. I showed y'all. You heard it yourself. You looked these things up yourself. What more do I need to do to let y'all know who I am? I'm not going to turn on my camera and lie to you. My mother gave birth to a very smart, gifted black man. And I'm proud of that. Thank you, Mother Earth. I'm proud of that. Some people just don't want to know the truth. That's all it is. That's all it is. Hey, we need 5 more likes, man. Can we get those 5 more likes, man? Can we get them 5 more likes, man? I tell you, these trolls are unhappy today. You know what? I don't even need them 5 likes. I don't even need them 5 likes because we all did our job regardless. And on that, like Ice Cube, y'all, today was a good day. That's 96. That's 96. I'm not saying you're wrong about black people's great history, but do black people in 2026 have enough scientists, engineers to run infrastructure? How the hell y'all think y'all supposedly made it to the moon? That was 4 great black women right there. How about all the inventions y'all stole? All the patents you stole to black inventions? Huh? How about all them black recipes? We been had the knowledge. We had pyramids built already. Can y'all duplicate that? Who built 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Benjamin Banneker. He was already a mathematician and an architect and a landscaper. Don't get me started. I know you black, but I'm trying to get you to realize that, listen, man, we were already this. We were already pharaohs ruling lands, bro. Stop doubting who you are and what the black race is ready for. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because a lot of these white people and countries wouldn't have nothing if it weren't for us in the first damn place, man. Everything black touch turns to gold. We are trailblazing trendsetters. Look at your sports. Look at hip hop. Look at the way people dress. Look at the way people talk. They mad right now because they can't say the N-word. Come on, y'all. And y'all are doubting who y'all are? Without us, this country don't exist. It does not exist. Even a racist has a favorite black person. Even a racist has a favorite black person. They may not call them black. They may call them some other things. But it's somebody they favor, man. Racism is a practice and learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? It takes no energy to love everybody, man. It takes no energy to tell the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Truth seekers shouldn't block people who are speaking against what you may believe. How can you speak against the truth? How can you speak against the truth? Your entire comment makes no sense. Truth seekers shouldn't block people who are speaking against what you may believe. If we are truth seekers and you are speaking against the truth, then you deserve to be blocked unless you are willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? We don't pacify nobody here, man. The white privilege don't work up in here, man. You just got to have a black card. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a black card to get up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a very dumb question. Because the truth is the truth. It never changes. It never changes. Court cases are won every day on truth. I'm just saying in 2026, there is just enough scientists and engineers to run a whole continent. That's black people with financial degrees, but not viable degrees in science and engineering. Bro, who you think the scientists and the engineers were even doing slavery? White people took credit for that stuff, man. What are you, brother, please read, brother. I know you mean well, but please do your research, brother. Please do your research, brother. Please do your research. Jack says, what I'm saying is, What you may believe as truth may not be the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. You can't go against the truth. Listen, all those white lies should have quit when the internet hit. You know what I'm saying? All those white lies should have quit when the internet hit. It is the truth. It is the truth. Cyclippy, for example, was speaking the truth, but he was not speaking the truth. He was not speaking the truth. He was not. You must be a trans yourself. I'm not attacking you, but you must be part of that community because you seem very upset. Are you a part of that community? I'm not trying to single you out, and no one's gonna pick on you or nothing like that. Yes, he was, because you denied the existence of intersex people. There's only two. Don't do this. 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 There's no such thing as intersex. That's something y'all made up. That's something y'all made up. That's something y'all, it sounds good, but there's only two sexes. There's only two genders. Only two. Only two. If you're mad about that, I don't know what to tell you. A biological definition created by a man. A lot of these biological definitions didn't exist years ago, homie. Yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. A lot of this stuff did not exist. It did not. Not everyone fits into the male or female box. If you're mad about that, I don't know what to tell you. If you're mad about that, I don't know what to tell you. Because everyone is either going to fit into the male or either the female box. What are you, a horse? Are you a jaguar? Are you a cougar? Are you a purple bunny? What are you? What are you? Are you a butterfly? Are you a social butterfly? Are you a dragon horse? What are you? Are you a sloth? What are you? What are you? Huh? What are you? What's facts? Humans were created male and female. Facts. It take a male and a female in order to reproduce another child. Facts. A lot of y'all will argue artificial insemination, you know what I'm saying? But that right there is, that's scientific. We're talking about the natural order of things. The natural order. How are you going to repopulate the earth if you are liking the same thing? And you raising children with two men and got an innocent child calling one of the men moms. How confused is that damn child? So facts, okay? We're going to stand on facts. Fact is, in the beginning, God created what? There's man and there's woman. And there's two sexes. Know what those two sexes are? Man and woman. And every human being is going to fit into that box and those two categories, regardless of how you try to dress up an intersex phrase or acronym, word, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to fit into that. Now, watch this. Whether you're male or female, and if you live that lifestyle, you're still part of the LBGTQ, right? All of y'all fit somewhere in all of them 20,000 letters. All of y'all fit in right there. You're either a heterosexual male or you're a homosexual male. You're still a male. You're either a heterosexual woman or you're a homosexual woman. You're still a woman. Now, E.T. phone home on that. Go phone home on that. The choices you make with your sexual preference does not change your gender and what you are at birth. If you're a man, you're still a man. You're just a feminine man. I'm not getting upset. You're trying to push this agenda and you're pushing this on children. And we already talked about what Tim Walsh tried to do to children. So stop with this bullshit, man. Stop. If that's what you choose, then that's what you choose. And don't hit me with that crap about, oh, being this way is not a decision. I was born this way. No, you were not born that way. It's a decision. It's a learned behavior. You could have even been mistreated and molested as a child and traumatized, and it drove you to that. Who knows? Who knows? But it's not no. No. Everyone has their reasons, man. But don't do that, brother. It's not science. Science says male and female, X and X and X and Y chromosome cells. That's science. That's science. I don't care about intersex. I'm not showing ignorance. You're showing ignorance. You're showing ignorance. You're not going to tell me that there's more than two genders. You're not going to tell me that there's more than two sexes. You're not going to tell me that. You're not going to tell me that. No, I don't care, because it's something that you guys added, just like you hijacked the term woke and put it in the LGBTQ community. Why you think I use the word conscious now? Y'all hijack everything. Do you know the rainbow actually came out of the Bible and y'all hijacked it for the LGBTQ and this pride? We're going to speak the truth on this platform. Live your life, man. I don't care what you subscribe to. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you subscribe to, but y'all not going to come on here pushing them damn lies, man. It's something wrong with y'all damn mental health, man. It's something wrong with y'all mental health. If you believe it's more than two sexes on this earth and y'all came from two sexes, a man and a woman, a mama and a daddy, man, let me know so I can take your moderator button from you now. Let me know. Let me know. Male and woman, mom and daddy. I mean, male and female, mom and daddy, uncle and auntie, sister and brother, nephew and niece are all relevant terms used for male and female. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Man, get up out of here, man. You trying to turn somebody churn into Jaden Smiths, man. Get up out of here, man. We don't need no more Lil Nas X's running around here, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no more Lil Nas X's running. Get up out of here, man. Go join an LGBTQ platform that believe in all that intersex stuff. We ain't pushing that lie around here, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And Danielle, I've been seeing your comments. Welcome to the moderator family. Congratulations. Welcome to the moderator family. I've been seeing your comments. That was it. I tried to be patient because I don't want anybody to think I'm attacking them based on their sexual preference, their religious beliefs, how they vote, skin color, none of that. That's not me. But I'm not going to sit here and pacify a lie to make you feel good about a decision you made with your sexuality. That is not happening. That is not happening. That is not happening. It's not going to happen. I'm not one of those people. I don't subscribe to that. Live your life. I'm not condemning nobody. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. If that's what you subscribe to, live your life. But don't put that misinformation out there and that mistruth. Nobody's born that way. It's just like prejudice and racism. It's a learned and taught behavior. Now, there are some misfortunes that happen to people in life, you know what I'm saying, that drive people to that way. I get it. I get it. I'm not here to judge. I get it. I understand. There's sympathy here. I understand. All right? But it's still a choice. No one is born that way. You can't say you're born that way, then come back and say God is good and God is perfect. Which one is it? Which one is it? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm just a real motherfucker, y'all. I stand on it. So that's what I say. I'm not for everybody. I can be deemed an asshole. I'm not for everybody. Some people will like me. Some people will hate me. There's no gray area. There's no gray area. But if I was raising my little son right now, Ain't no way I'm finna convince my son of that bullshit he was just saying. You know why? Because we already have lack of good men in this world, right? We already have men that don't lead, right? That's busy doing other things other than being a man and doing what a man is supposed to do. Offering that leadership, offering that knowledge and that protection, that truth. You see what I'm saying? Standing on business, not just saying it, doing it. Not just saying it, doing it. You're not going to poison our culture with that, man. Not going to poison our culture with that. Not going to poison our culture with that. At one point, you couldn't find bootylicious in the dictionary until Beyonce said it. So I'm supposed to believe in intersex now because you guys done griped and moaned for so long to be included. You know what I'm saying? That you finally got a word in the dictionary and it's supposed to mean. It means absolutely nothing. It means you're a homosexual individual. When you break it down, that's what it means. It means you are confused as hell. But you know what? Make your own decisions. It's your life to live. But you can't push that narrative on. Come on, man. Come on, man. 3 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get 3 more likes? You know what I'm saying? Can we get 3 more likes? Can we get 3 more? Golly, they come here trying to change your narrative. It's true. But they actually put it in the dictionary after Beyonce said it. If you don't believe me, they took the term dope for Homer Simpson and put that in the dictionary too. A state of confusion or frustration. Dope, yes. In an updated dictionary, it's in there. Like some Prego sauce, it's in there. Come on, man. Just to sit here and try to convince someone who's always seen a man and woman. If I go to the gas station, I'm going to see men and women. If I go to the grocery store, I'm going to encounter men and women. If I walk out my front door, there's men and women. What is this other stuff they're talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mr. Rogers said it, a boy and a girl, now it's a problem. Right. 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 I don't get this. If you want to be a neon green horsefly, be the best neon green horsefly you could be. But when I see you, if you look like a male human being, I'm going to address you as a male human being. Hell, you want me to say Mrs. when I'm saying when I see a damn mister? I'm sorry you're going through an identity crisis. I know who the fuck I am, and I know what I see. I know what. Don't tell me to change the topic. Don't tell me to change the topic. That's how you get booted out of here. Don't tell me to change my topic. Last time I checked, it was my platform. That makes it my topic of discussion. Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways, man, them 2 likes I'm waiting on, I may never get, and I don't care. You know what I mean? So with that being said, y'all get your one-on-one. Get your one more like. So hopefully I get it while I'm doing my outro. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with the real spiritual internal father, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The real spiritual internal father. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, in everything you do, be you. Be you. Because you've got enough in you to change the world. You've got enough in you to be a leader. You've got enough in you to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. See, that's what we could thank Obama for. You know what? You just made, you are now a moderator. See, I like people that tell the truth. See, thanks, April Lynn 29 says, thanks, Obama, for prioritizing GAY people than us. Thank you. That's all Obama did. That community, the darker community, the dreamers. We all know about Big Mike. We know about how many times Obama said, Michael and I on a hot mic. Who's Michael? Michael LaVon Robinson. Y'all do me a favor. I know how to get that 100th like. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get that 100th like. Y'all do me a favor and Google Michael LaVon Robinson and tell me who picture pop up. If it's Michelle Obama, y'all got to give me that 100th like. Don't worry, I'll wait. Google Michael LaVon Robinson, and if y'all see a picture of Michelle Obama, allegedly, I need that like. Who gonna do it? Who gonna do it? I'm gonna sit here and wait on this. Big Mike. I'm gonna sit here and wait on this. I'm gonna sit here and wait. I'm gonna sit here and wait. Boy, I saw Michelle Obama dancing live on Ellen with them white pants on. Boy, women ain't got nothing in the front that shake and move like that. Duh, I'm just saying. Y'all might want to go back and look at that clip of Michelle Obama dancing on Ellen. You know what I mean? Joan Rivers was unalive real quick after she came out and said what she said about Obama and the first openly, president. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Big Mike. Uh-oh, you must have Googled it. You just said, that's crazy, yo. Did you Google it? Grizz, did you Google it? April said, I want to have a good day, not a nightmare. Hey, presidents ain't the driver's seat. They're just the passengers. That's true. That's true. I told you. See, Johnny Walker say he Googled it and she popped up. Y'all still think I be on here lying, man? Y'all still think I be on? Boy, listen, boy. Hey, listen. If I'm not on live early in the morning like I normally am, y'all know they done came and did something to me. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to make a t-shirt with my face on it, my name on it. They might come for me. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit too much research and I realize maybe I talk a little too much. You know what I'm saying? But I just know too much, man. I told you I was going to wait around for that. If you Google Michael LaVon Robinson, you are going to come up with Michelle Obama. I'll close on that one. Ashe. Later, everybody.